obviously there is nothing legit to it. It's a stupid YouTube contest. I don't really care about blinds.
My name is Bourbon.
Breeze really won. If he wins the whole thing, Matt can't do this again.
What's going on? I'm Bourbon. McAfee decided to rail out all the memory on my computer, and this is Whiskey Uncensored. It's been a minute. I've been on some streams. I've seen a lot of people, but I haven't been here. So I'll start off and just say, because McAfee is still uninstalling. For those who know, McAfee is a pretty big antivirus provider, but I generally don't use the big companies. I tend to use the labs. But as I only use this computer generally for streaming, I never really worried about it. Wow, I've got a pretty bad shadow going on tonight. I don't know. Everything's going to be messed up. All right, now I'm all bright. All right, I don't know. This is going to be a night. I can tell already. Awesome. Cheers. All right. Some whiskey in, maybe the night will get a little better. I'm going to turn up this brightness a little. Apparently, you can see my stare. What the hell is going on? Okay, that's that side. So the darkness is on this side. What is going on here? I don't know. Whatever. I look like crap. It's been a long time. Let me say hello to people. Talk a little bit about the trip. Talk about some of the whiskey we got, drink some of the whiskey we got, hopefully talk to some of the people, open it up, hang out, and yeah, when we're all done with that, we'll go hang out with Mark. I started tonight with, as usual, Evan Williams Small Batch 1783. This is the 2024 release. I just needed a solid pour to start the evening. 2023 is better. But you know, and now McAfee is sorry to see me go. Let's see if I could share this. Let's see if I could share this garbage. Here you go. Yeah, here you go. We're sorry to see you go. It slows down my PC. Other 16 gigs of RAM for a disabled, expired AV. Nice. Restart later. Bite me. At least the service finally died. That was consuming all the memory. And I'm trying to click on my... There we go. That's so much better. Okay, maybe that's some of the reason I've been having lag in the past, too. I don't know. We'll see. But that crap's gone. My computer's a lot happier. But anyway, yeah. Let's see who was here. Who is here. This shadow is... Well, the shadow over here looks like crap. What is going on with the lighting? Yeah, this is going to be a night, let me tell you, because it almost looks like I'm looking at my eye like something's wrong because the lighting is so bad right now. I didn't used to care about these things. That looks better, but I'm also staring into a light now, so that's awesome. That's not going to hurt. Yeah, I'm literally seeing spots. Oh, well. We'll figure it out as the night goes. I don't care anymore. First one here, 8:30 was Jigs. Cheers, everyone. Have a great night. Cheers, Jigs. Hope, hope everything's going well. I'll talk to you. I'll bother you. This freaking guy. I got to see this freaking girl. Cheers, Stacy, even though she's probably long gone. Mr. Mom 310 was here. I'm just going to speed round it. Peter White was here, at least till we get to when I started, approximately. Got to see this gorgeous man, Eric Gunderson. Dave Vogelsang's here. Well, was here. I don't know who's still here. We'll see. JH was in the house. What's going on, man? All right, 9 o'clock when I was supposed to have started. Baller Lee was in the house. Hopefully he's still here. 1318 Shelby. I actually got to ride in the 13 Shelby. Just saying. The giant eggplant himself. Shribward in the house. Miss this guy. David, prescription bourbon, because he had to freaking go to the other side of the world and get all tired. Yep. That sucked. Yeah. Katie Turk in the house. Actually spent some time with the Turks. Last week we were sharing pars with you. Hard to believe you all left about a week ago. Yeah. And kind of abruptly. And still barely made it home in time to go to work. Yeah, we're not exactly the best planners. But yeah, the Turks are incredible people. Incredibly hospitable. Just way better people than I am. So yeah, here's to the Turks. Cheers. And yes, even Ethan. See here, everybody talking to each other while my machine was being crap. Did my message never post about what was going on? Apparently it didn't. Apparently my rant, YouTube filtered out. Awesome. So the channel owner can't even post their own complaints to the channel. That's awesome. So let's see here. Josh Fritz was in the house. Cheers, man. How you doing? Let's see here. Scrolling. Yep, can't believe it's been a week ago already. We're chilling on the back porch. That's right, we did. Mr. Mom 310 saying, here we go. So yeah, I posted what was going on, and apparently YouTube didn't like my words and filtered it. Awesome. That was me bitching about McAfee. But anyway, let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's here. Ben, please give Mr. Mom 310 that wrench. Oh, we have a non-wrench. Let's fix that. Hopefully, here we go. We got a background. And Mr. Mom 310 has a wrench. Let's keep going. I can't believe YouTube filtered my own comment to my own channel. Freaking YouTube. It's been one of those days here as well. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it was a busy day with work and stuff today, but it wasn't terrible. But yeah, probably should have checked this machine out a while ago, and I didn't. So yeah, here we are, late as usual, right on time. Top Dog John in the house. What's up, man? Miss this guy because he had to spend time with his wife. Crazy as that is. I want to see the Top Dog. I'm sad I didn't see the Top Dog or the Bourbon Engineer or that whole crew. But of course, I did some bad scheduling. I'll take the ownership. And yeah, there was a rush day on Friday, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway, really. And we also tied one on pretty hard Thursday night. Rick's in the house. Cheers, all. Cheers, Rick. Let's see here. Scrolling. Everybody talking to everybody else. Mr. Great Shot in the house was on with Jody on Bourbon Bounty. About time, brother. Peace, love, and whiskey. There you go. But, yeah. About time the stupid computer got under control. Bourbon Hunter Lee in the house, along with Bourbon Bowler Lee. Multiple 3-word Lees. What's going on? Cheers. Katie and Ethan are amazing. Yes, they are. Eric Gunderson's pretty amazing, too. Just saying. Yeah. Cheers to the Turks and their fantastic coffee and whiskey. And that is the fact. We have a large supply of Drifting Drams coffee now. And if you are running out of coffee or need a little more coffee, you should check out driftingdrams.com and use the coupon code WOO, W-U, for 10% off and get yourself some hand roasted, fresh delivered, delicious coffee made by somebody who actually cares, named Katie Turk. Just saying. driftingdrams.com. You could clip that into a commercial, probably. Let's see here. The Cranzinator's in the house. What's up, John? This guy's got a pass. What's up, John? How you doing, brother? Russ L in the house. Cheers, man. How you doing? Almost caught up, it looks like. And with that, I'm calling myself caught up. Everybody's talking to everybody else. 22 people watching this garbage. Yeah, here we are. So, many things happened on this trip. Many. So we left, and the first stop was the Well, was that the first stop? Yeah, it was. We left here, and the first stop was the Bourbon Battalion. Took, I don't know, 11, 12 hours to make an 8-hour trip as usual. Ended up at the battalion. Got to have an uncommon valor. Are they in range? I had prepared for all this, but of course, things are not working right now. And got to finally smoke a battalion cigar, Uncommon Valor. And if you go to battalionscigars.com, you can get your Uncommon Valors as well. Had some amazing pours with Bobby of the Bourbon Battalion and Battalion Cigars. The Gunny, a.k.a. Steve. And Clint Hickey got to have some pours with there. And, of course, Bobby's wife, Bridget, was an awesome host, as always. Hung out with Bonnie and us. They were talking books while we were talking smokes and whiskey. And we had a great time there. Josh Fritz, I think I saw your email today. I got to go back. I will verify that I got it right now. And I need to get back to you. Let me just verify that real quick, because this isn't enough of a shit show already. Yes, Josh, I did get your email. So you don't need it again. You did type it right. I will get back to you. T-Rob in the house, the gun show. Hope everyone, cheers, gentlemen. Hope everyone's having a good night. Well, it's a little bit stressful night, but, you know, it's a night. But, you know, things are rolling here. Okay, cool. It is. Thanks, man. I will get back to you. It has just been hectic playing catch up since we got back. So we hung out there. We crashed by the battalion, smoked, drank, did all the things. Had a freaking blast. Then from there, where do we go? Oh, yeah. We drove down to Southern Kentucky and hung out with Sean Whiskey Wars and his wife. We had dinner. We met Mrs. Whiskey Wars. Just saying. We had dinner with her. We hung out. It was a good time. We went to a place that had some decent pours, some pretty damn good wings, because everybody knows Sean likes to eat wings. But, yeah, he's got an aversion to flats now. I wonder why. Just saying. Next day, did a little shopping with Sean. Got myself a new pair of boots. They're over there. I can go get them if anybody wants to see them. I got this new hat, but the brim got a little messed up. Spending about 2,000 miles on the car, so I got to steam it and fix it. But I got my new wool hat, but you can see the brim's a little worse for wear at the moment. I got to fix it. But, yeah, did some shopping with Sean down in the country. Went to a cool flea market where I got that in the boots. And spent some time down there, and that was cool. Then, from there, we drove up to Louisville. And we hung out in Louisville for 2 days, I think. We got to see the franchise. We got to see Will Zirk. We got to meet a number of people. But, of course, David was discombobulated thanks to work, and we didn't get to hang out with DMC. My first time to Kentucky when I didn't get to hang out with DMC. Kind of sad about that, but we will have to make up for it in the future. We went to Michter's. Old Foe decided to be closed. The whole time we were there, we went to Four Roses and picked up some single barrels over at Four Roses, and I had a pour of the Father's Day 16 year at the bar. That was fabulous. The oakiest, darkest, leathery, woody, unctuous Four Roses I've ever had. And then from there we went to the Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company, which is a pretty cool newer was NDP, now is distilling their own stuff, but everything that's out right now is still NDP. And veteran owned. The kind of interesting, I sent all the info over to Mark at Northwest Bourbon. I'm hoping he'll be able to get the distiller on. Veteran owned distillery where it's the only vet who's a foreign vet and a U.S. military vet in their same career. It's kind of a cool story. Australian and U.S. There's a kangaroo outside. We picked up a couple of we picked up their rye and then their wheat, I believe. No, their rye and two different rye. Sorry. Their 10 by 10 rye, which was a rye that was lost on a boat, essentially. And then the other one was a 65% rye, 35% wheat mash bill. I'm getting into those one of these nights. From there, this is a heck of a whirlwind trip. We put down over 3,200 miles over the span of a week. It was a crazy trip. From there, we went to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and actually north of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we got to hang out and stay with Paul Whiskey Food Dude, the awesome dude. What a host, what a barbecuer, what a smoker, what a dude. The food of dude was an awesome dude. I don't know if that's enough dudes on there. And of course, also got to hang out with Burton, 1318 Shelby. And that was freaking amazing. As much as I hate Ford, I even took a drive in the 13 Shelby. Just saying. So did Bonnie. While I tried to keep up with it in our rental Camry. Just a little piece of news. That rental Camry hit a top speed of 124 miles an hour on this trip. Allegedly. You know, for entertainment purposes only. Now, let me catch up with chat before I get back to the storytelling. Everybody talking. Oh, there we go. What up, J Cells Boston? Welcome back to Whiskey Tube. Thank you, brother. Love Greg at Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company. Did a couple. Oh, you've done pics of his. Ooh. We might need to find out about that. Any of those still out there? Or get a little Sam. Bonnie honestly was very enamored with the distillery and the story. She's actually the one who bought the 2 ryes while we were there, and she bought me a Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company t-shirt that says "Drink whiskey and pet dogs." I mean, kind of a great shirt, and it's kind of the way I live. You know, drink whiskey and pet dogs. We did meet a lot of awesome dogs on the trip too. We need to do a doggy recap. There was a lot of dogs on the trip, and they were cool. Some of them crazier than others. Some more chill than others, but all in all, we had a good dog trip. That I also need another pour. the franchise Gary Franchi, otherwise known as the world's worst bourbon channel in the house. I'm back in my office getting ready for the semester. You're at work now? Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. What do I want to do for another pour? I'm kind of in the mood to drink a lot more quantity than quality right now. It's kind of weird. So let's go with, but it's got to be in range. There we go. A little Wild Turkey 101. Can't go wrong with that, right? Everything is still discombobulated and disheveled here. Z-Man in the house. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Z. Me and Renee drank with him for over 3 hours. We didn't actually get to meet him, but the people that were there, we actually walked in like right at last call, and they still kind of rolled out the carpet for us. He wasn't there, but really enjoyed our time there. And we are not restarting this computer right now. Thank you, you piece of crap. And yeah, so would definitely revisit. Would like to know more. Would like to share more of their stuff. It was very, really a nice stop. And the only reason that we stopped there is I was hitting some stores on the way back up to Louisville. And I saw them on the map. Knew nothing about them other than, hey, there's a distillery here. Let's check this out. It was really an unexpected little gem. It was really cool. What do we got here? 13H Shelby. I got a picture of Bourbon drinking my Coy Hill, eating banana pudding in Tennessee. Thanks again for a great 2-day bender event. Great meeting Bonnet. You got to thank Paul for that 2-day bender and your air conditioning unit for going out, because the stars aligned, and yeah, we tied a couple on. Just saying. I vaguely remember the photo taking place, but yeah, it was a good time. I can't deny that. This lighting is driving me crazy. I'm going to have to fix this. Let's see here. Scrolling. Katie's being awesome and Katieing and being Mama Bear and Katieing and being cool to everybody. Talk about and that's the other thing, is we stayed with a number of people that we've met over our time in Whiskey Tube on this trip. And the hospitality was, I don't know what else to say. Bananas. It was incredible. Like, I always invite people here, and I would do my best. Anybody actually comes here, like I always say, I can invite you to a cluttered home full of a ton of whiskey, surrounded by good eats. And that's about it. Like, the amazing people we got to see and even spend a lot of time with, and even invade their homes on this trip, was incredible. Even the franchise got us invited into somebody else's home along the way. I had an incredible time there. Must consume mass quantities. You're not wrong. We're not even there yet, Eric. We're not even there yet. We went out back at Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company, thieved a couple single barrels, which were awesome. Then we did fill your own 3 bottles. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, I want to hear more about that. So with Paul and Burton, we did a lot of drinking, did a lot of eating. Showed up at Paul's, smoked a tri-tip, made homemade banana pudding, made beans to Bonnie's chagrin and my delight. Yeah. And yeah, We ate like kings. We drank like kings and queens. Burton being the queen, obviously. And yeah, had a blast. Did some whiskey hunting with those two. Found some cool things in Tennessee. And I will tell you the one overall theme of this whole trip, besides amazing people, was how much whiskey is just sitting on shelves now across the country that wasn't before. Bottles that I used to hear were unheard of in Kentucky and Tennessee were literally just sitting on shelves in every store we went into practically. Yeah. Whether you call it the economy is crap or the glut is here. Yeah. It's a thing. I will tell you that. And one of the days that we were there with Paul and Burton, we also went to the Chattanooga Experimental Distillery. And we met a couple people there known as Cheech, Jen, and Gianna. And we shared some pours. Well, we shared some tastes at the distillery, picked up some bottles. I actually cracked that bottle last night on Whiskey Encore. And it's a wild ride. It is 7 different grains in it, I believe. It is 100% experimental, that's for sure. Yeah, that was kind of wild. And then we all went out to lunch. We had a good lunch. We had a round of Wild Turkey 101 because the pours weren't really amazing where we went to lunch, but I felt like we had to have at least one pour of turkey together. So Jen and Bonnie got cocktails, and me, Cheech, Burton, and Paul all had Wild Turkey 101, and we shared a pour. That was important. And then from there, made a little stop at the recommendation of the Turks and other people. And that would be, when I say made a little stop, the next day after tying one on again. What do we got here? That unnamed person of the highest, most generous quality. Yeah. Gary, if you could give me his contact info, I would like to send him a personal thank you, if nothing else. If you don't mind, because I didn't get that while we were there. That would be cool. Or just let me know where they are on the book of face so I can hit him up and thank him. And of course, there he is, the whiskey food dude, the Paul, the dude of food. It was epic times, bro. Anytime you come back down, you guys are always welcomed. And also, cheers, everyone. Seriously, Paul, thank you so much, brother. It was an awesome time there. Paul, for years, has been trying to get me to come down there. And I told him one day I would. Especially after a certain incident occurred where Paul waited for me for hours and only got to hang out for like 15 minutes before he had to leave and go back home. So, yeah. Finally made good on my promise. Finally got down to the food dude abode. It was freaking epic. Cheers to you, brother. This pour is not going to last long. Can do. Appreciate it. There you go. There's Shelby too. Paul, you're the freaking man. Thanks for that. Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. Shelf Sippers in the house. Go give him a sub. Steven Scone. Cheers, man. How you doing, brother? Oh, it was a good time. So we went to a little store south of Nashville. And a lot of people have seen pics from them and such, but not a lot of people know it because you can't ship inside or outside of Tennessee, even if you're a legal store. So, I mean, with Paul and Burton, we went to some really well-known epic stores. And then we stopped at the recommendation of the Turks and a few others at Elixir Spirits, south of Nashville. And wow, did Turks show us a good time. Lots of pours, lots of samples, incredible picks. Took my money, took Bonnie's money. The gem of which I'll pull out here in a little bit. Unless, oh no, it's right here. I don't have to pull it out in a little bit. Was this right here? This Obtainium straight bourbon whiskey, 57.3%, labeled as a 10-year, allegedly an 11-year, 36% high rye MGP bourbon. This right here. This. I might have picked up a couple extras. Hit me up if you're interested. Because, damn. That's all I got to say on this one. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to drink some more of this tonight. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I didn't know you were around there too, man. Love Elixir, go once a month. Yeah, Tarek's incredible. More people we missed. We didn't get to see DMC this trip. We didn't get to see Top Dog of the Bourbon Engineer. We didn't get to see Steven. Oh, there you go. 10-year, 11-month. Just done a review. It's amazing. Steven, he got more of it. Ben is not lying. It's fantastic. John, if you aren't able to get down there, let me know. I might have picked up some extras. But yeah. I also picked up his Stranahan's pick. We picked up his Traverse City pick. Bonnie picked up a tequila finished in Four Roses barrels pick. I think she picked up his rum pick. One of his rum picks, anyway. I don't even remember everything. I got to go through the bags. Elixir is 20 minutes away. Yeah, well, I was there and you weren't allowed to hang out. I've had a few bottles from Elixir, but I've still not had anything from John Kranz's Plus stores. Just saying. So yeah. And then we went to a town outside of Memphis to see the amazing Katie and Ethan Turk, which I don't know that there's words for. They're just literally some of the best people I've ever met in my life. Way better people than me. Hospitality off the rails. Generosity off the rails. Love off the rails. Whiskey off the rails. Just, yeah. Cigars off the rails. Coffee off the rails. Again, driftingdrams.com. Get you some goddamn coffee from them. And just, yeah, we spent a couple days with them eating, drinking, smoking, cigars. And Eric Gunderson drove over from Nashville to come hang out and spent the night. And we tied one on, something serious. Even he gave me a bottle with my likeness on it. I'll grab that once I open it up later. It was just incredible. Oh, that's right. You're in Alabama. All right. I did know that. Not far from Rusty. And Rusty's actually up in the north right now. Keep Rusty as a family in your thoughts right now. I was going to try and get up there to see him. I don't know that that's feasible. But we shall see. Yeah. And yeah, that bottle is incredible. Oh, my boy Boxer, what up? Actually, got to see Boxer over the road. On the way home, we saw him on the way home in Pennsylvania. Stopped off and hung out for a minute. Are you out tomorrow, Rob?
Air quality in your home recently changed to poor.
All right. Yeah, I get it. You don't like whiskey. Leave me alone. Another win for King House. Uncle Ray's Kitchen Gun. You still never tried Uncle Ray's. But I'm telling you, Oriental Kitchens is the spot. You haven't tried them yet. I'm telling you. Hey, what up, Jimbo? Cheers, everyone out there in Whiskey Tube. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you, Jimbo. Hopefully, he'll come on and tie one on. Oh, yeah. You need to drink with Jimbo one day, but you got to come up to the Northeast, Shelby. I've come down to Tennessee now. I'm just saying. It's your turn. Yeah, I was actually going to hit you up for dinner as my buddy just popped over. Well, missed that call. No. You got to try Oriental Kitchens. Literally, it's one place with the name Kitchens. You got to check it out. I'm telling you. We're trying. So the awesome Chinese food spots that we grew up with out here, kind of all the families have aged out and retired. And a lot of the kids, they, instead of running a Chinese food restaurant, sent to college and wanted to, have a better life, as most, first generation people in the U.S. want for their children. So they have either been selling or closing down a lot of the awesome little takeout spots and Chinese food restaurants we had over the years. So we've been searching for kind of that next generation spot that's actually still good. And we're kind of arguing over it. Boo. I miss the original Chinese food place just called Chinese food. You're not wrong, but you also miss How May. We're going a little inside baseball here, but if you ever come out, anybody ever comes and visits, I can guarantee you some good Chinese food. Maybe not as good as what we grew up with, but still better than what you get in the rest of the country. So where was I? Talking about the Turks. Yeah, I don't even have words. Just awesome freaking people. And yes, even Ethan is awesome, even though he, tries to put on a gruff demeanor. Both Ethan and Katie are incredible people. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say other than that. And we kind of had to leave them kind of abruptly because we tied one on pretty hard the night before. Didn't really plan appropriately for the Friday. I'll take the blame on that. So we drove all the way from them, all the way up by Stacy, 4 Leaf Whiskey. But we got this little text message from Dustin, Top Shelf Dustin, as most of you would know him. That, hey, he was going to be up filming some videos with Mike, who happens to live just a few minutes from Stacy. So we should all go over there. So Stacy, her husband, Bonnie and I, Top Shelf Dustin, and Mike all hung out at Mike's, drank incredible scotch. This guy's, as I described it, my collection, people know I have a ton of bottles, right? But my collection is a mile wide but an inch deep. He's all about scotch and all about fantastic high-end scotch. Like 18 years is his base level, and it goes up from there. Just to summarize it. So the man just has incredible whiskey, opened his home up to us, and we drank. The first pour I had was a 2004 Highland Park 25-year Scotch. I had multiple Cavalon soloists. I had multiple high-age Campbelltowns, 18 years and above, high-age Lagavulin, all kinds of crazy stuff. It was ridiculous. Then we went back to Stacy's, who opened her home to us, and drank some more. But we really didn't get into her stuff or my stuff, and we even forgot about pours we were supposed to have. So yeah, maybe a stream coming to you soon, trying to make up for that. But yeah, Stacy and her husband Devin, also absolutely incredible people. So many good people we got to see on this trip. I may even be forgetting people, and if I am, I apologize. We saw so many people. We put down, let me give a grand total. When we returned the rental car, as Bonnie took the picture. And the sunlight, I might add, so it's a little hard to read. Where is it? Oh, I forgot. Many other things I forgot, including the fact that we found Hatch Chilies on the trip. And I talked to, what do you call it? Eric the BourBarian about that. Where is the picture? There it is. It's a little hard to read because she took it in the sunlight, but there you go. 3,384 miles put down in just over a week. Shelby, you're right. On the way down, I missed that one because, again, we saw so many people. After leaving the battalion, you're right. We brought Jason, otherwise known as the Mash and Drum. A couple of people here might know who he is. Brought him a hand delivery of picks from Long Island from his old stores and a bagel delivery because, you know, everyone who leaves New York needs bagels in their life because they miss them. And of course, an hour and a half stop at Jason's, which was supposed to be a bottle drop-off and a bagel drop-off, turned into, let me see if I can find the picture quick. There you go. That happened in an hour and a half. Couple highlights on that screen. Essence from the Junkies, Ben Holiday, some of my picks from Backbone and others, some of Jason and Scotty's picks that aren't out yet. Russell's 15, Pride of Anderson. We just went ham in like an hour and a half. It was crazy. So yeah, I am sure I am missing other people too along the way. It was crazy. On the way home from Stacy's, we found Hatch Chilies being fresh roasted at a supermarket. So I called Eric the BourBarian, and I have them in the fridge, and I need to freeze them and package them up before anything bad happens to them. And yeah. Bill Reynolds, cheers, man. Appreciate you stopping in, man. And we stopped and got Primanti Brothers on the way home. I could show those sandwiches if you haven't seen them. And if you don't know what Primanti Brothers is, it's around Pittsburgh, and you get an entire meal between 2 slices of bread, including 2 side dishes and your meats. Yeah, and then I did my Riding Dirty stream to get home at about 2:30 in the morning. Finally finished unloading the car at about 3:30 a.m. and got in bed. And I'm sure I missed stuff. And yeah, I'm sure people will correct me and fill in the blanks. Mr. Mom 310, my local Chinese restaurant recently sold. The new people are about 60% as good as the previous owners. Mr. Mom, I forget, where are you at? But that sucks. Yeah. But we've been experiencing the same thing here. Yeah. Darrell, the Whiskey Saint in the house. 1/3 of Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Cheers, brother. How you doing? Ken Dad in the house. Cheers, man. How you doing, brother? Did you see Chester A. Arthur, you know, from the bar? No, didn't see him, but we did see Slim Chickens. We ended up eating at Zaxby's, but we did see Slim Chickens, but we didn't actually have Slim Chickens. Josh Fritz, they turned my local Chinese food place to a weed store. Yeah. We are starting to have a lot of them here too. Blah, 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 Chili's. What up, Chris? You gorgeous brother from another mother. How you doing? How you doing? Missed you. Thought about trying to detour up there, but that was just too much. With that many miles, I'm surprised you didn't go see A Guy Who Hates Me. Yeah, big surprise. I hear you, John. Oh, yeah. Stopped by and said hi to Jack Daniels. Completely forgot about that, too. Before Elixir, after leaving Paul's, we did go have lunch at Miss Mary Bobo's with a slightly senile historian, but some great eats. I can show that off, actually. And we stopped by Jack Daniels, and other than lunch, bought nothing. Let's see here. But we did have at Miss Mary Bobo's, we had pot roast and fried chicken and fried okra. Bonnie's first ever fried okra, I might add. And a whole bunch of other stuff. And it was good eats. Where is the picture? It was after that, because that's where I got shown a bottle. Where is the picture? A lot of pictures. Mostly of whiskey. Imagine that. Ah, here we go. This was lunch at Miss Mary Bobo's. And for those who don't know, it is a historic boarding house affiliated with Jack Daniels, where you sit family style with a historian who may or may not be senile and tell you the same story 4 times. And, yeah. But the eats are good. I'll tell you that. Beach Sand Bourbon in house. Go give Beach Sand a sub, even though he's probably got more subs than me by now. Cheers, Beach Sand. How you doing, man? That's right. You're looking to move back to Texas. You're in that state that's ahead of Texas. That's right. Remember that now. It's been a lot happened in the last week. Yeah, Slim Chickens. There you go. You bastard. Yeah. Well, it wasn't my call. Slim Chickens might have the best logo, yes, but from what I've heard, they don't have the best chicken. I heard Zaxby's is better, and actually Zaxby's was pretty good. And the man who is the purveyor of all things Hatch Chili, Eric Thompson in the house. Cheers, man. How you doing, brother? Thank you for the tips. And now I need freezing and preservation tips for these Hatch chilies I bought weirdly in Ohio. Never seen Hatch chilies in New York, but found them in Ohio. Oh, and you just might know someone who goes through actual Hatch, New Mexico kind of. Yeah, I do, but generally he can't stop and bring things back. I mean, if he can, let me know. But I did get over 2 pounds of medium and hot fresh roasted Hatch chilies, but I also don't know how long they're good for. I do need to package and freeze them. Probably tomorrow would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, they're not almost exactly. Yeah. Did you make it to the Jack Shack in Lynchburg? That's where I get 90% of my Dusty. One of the stores in the square was open, which had some really wackadoo prices on Jack stuff. But honestly, their tater stuff wasn't full secondary. I was kind of surprised at that. The other store that I believe is in the square was closed the day we were there. Man, you crisscrossed to almost enter the eastern U.S. on this trip. Shoot. Yeah, well, we did drive over the Eastern Central timeline, and let me tell you, that's weird. Driving back and forth over that, because I never adjusted. I never knew what time it was. Especially trying to watch Whiskey Tube. I had no idea what time anything was on. But yeah, we did kind of. Was the food as good as Savannah? Different? No. Polydines was better. But that was also completely unexpected, and we almost died. But anyway. There you go. I just cracked the Powers John's Lane. I got one of those right here. Ah, what the hell? I'll drink it with you. There you go. Little Powers John's Lane. I got an empty glass right now. I don't know why I'm crisscrossing to Irish, but Mr. Mom's drinking it. So I'm going to too. Well, here you go. Little Ireland. Push that back off to the side. I did leave out also, we went to our first and second Buc-ee's ever. First Buc-ee's was on the way to see Sean in, on the way back from seeing Sean in Richmond, Kentucky. And the second one was on the way kind of home in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And yeah, we got all the Buc-ee's crap. And I did film a short. Well, Bonnie filmed it for me. On my on my brisket sandwich at Buc-ee's the first time. But I've kind of neglected to post that. I need to do that. But Mr. Mom 310 in Oklahoma, here you go. Little John's Lane. Sláinte. Yeah, that don't suck. J-Max in the house. What up, J-Max? How you doing? Sweet baby Jesus. If I'd known Bonnie had never had fried okra, we would have fixed that. I didn't know that either. I used to have fried okra at Sizzler when I was a kid, when we used to have Sizzlers here. But Miss Mary Bobo's outside of Jack fixed that. All right. Apparently my mouse just disconnected because, we need more fun tonight. Bojangles slap Zaxby's. Yeah, well, our choices were Zaxby's and Slim Chickens when we were with Sean, and Sean said Zaxby's was better and wanted to go there. I have had Bojangles in the past, just not on this trip. Weller? That's random. What are you talking about, J-Max? Beach San Bourbon. I wish I had that many subs. Working harder than an ugly stripper to make it happen. Oh, man, you got that C-section scar showing? Just asking. Dude, the subs don't matter. If you're having a good time, that's all I do this for. I don't do this to make anything. Everybody knows that, because then maybe I would be nicer to people. But, or keep my mouth shut and run fundraisers and auction off whiskey and stuff. But I usually don't do that. I come here to hang out, have fun, meet people, and drink whiskey. Cheers. If that food saver could still work after the... Oh, you don't know? I have a chamber sealer now, Rob. I've greatly upgraded since that thing. I still have that one for when I need to do regular bag sealing but yeah, no, I have a much better sealer than that now. Hey, what up, Jason? Yes, I kind of recapped and showed the little bit of pours we had over by your place. What I want to know is, did Kim like blueberry bagels? That was a weird ask, but we fulfilled it. And what did you think of the twist? That's the real question I have. And yeah, Jason, on a quick stop, opened up his home. We had crazy pours. It was awesome to see him, even though my girl Willow wasn't there and we had to run. Didn't get to see Willow. I'm still sad. We did get to see a lot of awesome dogs on this trip, but I didn't get to see my girl Willow. And we didn't get to see Kim. I mean, that's pretty big too, but Willow's where it's at. Just saying. Cheers, brother. Ken Dad, you're in Jersey? I didn't know that. Yeah, people don't realize how many of the fast food chains and other places, and even sit down places that are around the country are not in the Northeast. There you go. Another sub for Beach Sand. Everybody's saying what's up, Jason. Yeah. So that what Rob is, my boy Rob there is referencing, is the time that me and him went to the World of Coke in Atlanta on one of our crazy drag race road trips. Yeah. So we were at the World of Coke, and Rob tasted Beverly, and I'm pretty sure he saw Jesus, and the Angel of Death, and all other things. And if you haven't had Beverly, you should go on YouTube and watch people drinking Beverly soda. It's one of the most appalling things that exists on this planet. It is the Malort of soda. Might be worse than Malort. All right, John. Cheers, man. See you on the next one. Appreciate you. Everybody cheers and Jason. And I will say this. I did get a hot tip from somebody else in the chat that they got to taste DMC KY's championship winning blend and said it absolutely smacks. They might be somebody with the last name that rhymes with Funderson, said that pour is delicious. So DMC getting further accolades for his win in Blendageddon. Raising Cam, I think you meant Raising. Yeah, there you go. Raising Cane's chicken, pretty good. Yeah, they're popping up everywhere. They're not here yet, but they are slated to be here. But yeah, JH, did you get the Hatch chili from a Bueller's? It was called a city marketplace. It was like a bougie supermarket. If you hang on a second here, I can figure out what it was. I mean, I could probably go look at the labels in the fridge too. It'd probably be faster, but here we go. It was from Market. The place was called Market District. It was kind of bougie. And it was called Market District Supermarket. It was like the bougie accessory of one of the supermarket chains in Ohio. In Market District, in what area is this? Grandview Heights. It actually appears that it was a giant eagle, possibly. Maybe not. Is that the right location? Hang on. Yeah, that appears to be it. It appears that it was a giant eagle. Giant Eagle Market District. So like a bougie giant eagle in Ohio. I ate Buc-ee's for dinner. There you go. Hope you have brisket. Cheers, man. There's my sláinte on the John's Lane. Sláinte to you. We are headed to Kentucky next week, hoping to find some goodies along the way. Well, if you need any tips, hit me up. BourBack4@gmail.com. Just saying. There you go. Eric remembers Sizzler. There you go. Cheers, brother. Bojangles stinks on ice. There you go. Slim Chickens ain't good. Well, I didn't eat there. My buddy loves the logo, though. Hi, Ben. How are you? Sandeep Chima. I'm doing well. How you doing? Well, hopefully the kid gets better soon. J Max. You're not wrong. Raising, we got a fight brewing in chat. Eric Gunderson says Raising Cane's is excellent. Eric Thompson says Raising Cane's is weak sauce. There you go. It's all about the fun. Love doing this. Just wish I had more time soon. Nah, just do it when you can. Oh, there we go. Kim loved the blueberry bagel. I was a fan of the twist, but my everything bagel was just what the doctor ordered. There you go, brother. She said thanks. Well, there you go, man. You know, if I could bring everybody a little bit of happiness, being what a dick I can be, you know, hey, I try. I did try to spread the bagel love as we went, but you know, after a couple days, they aren't really great anymore. They're still probably better than anything you can get around the country, but they're still better. New Jersey does have great diners. That is true. And our diners are closing by the day here. And it's the same thing. It's the generational thing that it was a lot of, you know, immigrants who opened diners to make ends meet, especially Greeks in New York. And they used that money they made to support their families, send their kids to college so they wouldn't have to work in a restaurant 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So therefore, another like diner that's been open for 40, 50 years here just closed this week. If anybody ever knows it, it was called the Lingcrest. That one closed this week. Yeah, well, I hear you. What in the world is Beverly? Never heard of it. Beverly is an Italian grapefruit rind soda made by the Coca-Cola Company. Yes, it is grapefruit rind flavored soda. World of Coca-Cola is pretty cool. I haven't been there in 30 years. It probably isn't much different, and they still have awful Beverly. Cheers to Lan. How you doing? Go give Whiskey Nature a sub. Cheers to Lan. Even if you didn't go to that store. The real travesty is we don't have a Jack's like Alabama. Not Jack in the Box, Jack's. Yeah, saw them on the trip to the chicken place. It's amazing. Can't wait to have it this weekend, I hope. Yeah, well. Giant Eagles equals Stop and Shop. Well, they had Hatch Chili's. What do you want me to tell you? Rick got a Raising Cane's finally earlier this year. Yeah, they're spreading like wildfire. I miss a good Greek. Well, dude, they're closing left and right here. I would guess whichever one was your rate. Well, based on where I knew you were, it would probably be the what's that one called? Okay. It's like, it's not Opeachy, it's Okani or something like that. I would guess that would have been your spot. Let me see what it is. I used to actually go there with that. Okani. I would guess that would have been your spot. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Ocone. That one's still open. A lot of others have closed recently. But yeah. And some of them have gone way downhill. Pretty much every single one I grew up with is closed now around my direct area. I think when Ben is done with YouTube, he should introduce the world to Real Ben. A lot of people have seen Real Ben already, Rob. That's why there's a number of people in YouTube who aren't big fans of me. Just saying. Greek Island Diner, Way River is amazing. Just went to... It is, but it's not a standalone diner. That one's in a strip mall. It's weird. And the liquor store next door is a ripoff. David, if you want, I actually don't know my next time I'm coming back to Kentucky right now, so we might need to do some actual hand deliveries. If you want, I can do the bagel packet, the bagel padding, as I tested out with a Great Shot, where I lightly vacuum seal and pad bottles for hand delivery with bagels. I had a Greek frittata omelet this week. Omelet, yes. Frittata, not Greek. Just saying. Yeah, well, you're not wrong there. Pecker House just made it home from working. Cheers, Bill. Want to hear about that? I'm sure you found some treasure. So, no, we did not get to a Waffle House on the trip. We did, however, for the first time in my life, with the Turks, go to a Huddle House, which, from what I know, is basically a competitor bootleg, slightly less fighty version of Waffle House. So we did not get to a Waffle House on this trip. We did get to a Huddle House. I miss a good Greek salad, just saying. Cheers, Jigsy. And, well, once you're good, come back home and to CT, and I'll bring you one from a diner here. Just saying. All right, awesome, Beach Sand. I'll get back to you in 3 to 7 working business days, just because I'm so goddamn behind. Nice. There you go. Frittatas are Italian. There you go. I need some bagels in my life. Yeah. The only issue is the shipping costs a lot because you really got to at least 2-day it. Waffle House is greater than Huddle House. Probably, but we went in the wrong direction for Waffle House, so I ended up at Huddle House. And you know what? It was pretty goddamn good. And the weirdest thing is that the warm maple syrup container, carafe, was not sticky. That was bizarre. Frittatas are Italian. They are. Huddle House is worse than Denny's. I don't know. We just kind of got a little bit of everything. And considering we don't have anything like it here, I enjoyed. Did anyone win a chance to get an Old Forester birthday? No, nobody won that. 1,000 bottles for 1 million entries. Nobody won. Yes, there are allegedly people who win every year. Nobody won. And that is the truth right there. White Castle is better than Crystal. I will say Crystals has a special place in my heart when I am on these trips. But yes, White Castle is better. There you go. Mr. Mom wants some baklava. You ain't wrong. Is Huddle House like the Temu Waffle House? I don't know. Independent Joe won. What did Independent Joe win? Did I miss something? What did Independent Joe win? Was Independent Joe on? I didn't see him on tonight. Fill me in. What did I miss, Eric? Last time I went to a Huddle House, waitress made a smiley face out of my food and the food was the plate. There you go. Say what you want. That's what it was called, and it was delicious. What was it called? I don't know what you're talking about. Things are messages coming out of order. Ken Dad, looking for us. Local diners are alive and well in my area. We definitely take them for granted, though. Nice to be able to get breakfast with a side of disco fries and a pour of whiskey at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's a diner for you. Joe had a coop. Huh? Wait, Joe won the birthday bourbon? Joe's going to have to go all the way to Kentucky to get the birthday bourbon? Wow. Wait. Pecker House saying Joe didn't win. I don't know. I have to get some info on this, and my phone's going crazy. So Bonnie is telling me to check my phone. Independent Joe Post. The results are in. Thank you for participating in the 2024 Old Forester Birthday Bourbon Sweepstakes. Congrats. You were selected for the opportunity to purchase. Psych. No birthday bourbon for you. No, he didn't win. But he got you, which was completely the intention. No, he didn't. Are we random twins tonight? I guess, possibly, Darrell. Hell, we used to close out the bars and go to the diner afterward. You're not wrong. Read the whole post, Eric. Read the whole post. Shrebwood sipping on some Weller 12. It's the only 90 proof he owns. Wow. I own a lot of, but didn't forget everything I said. With that, I'm sure I forgot a lot of things, but I'm kind of tired of hearing myself talk. So let's see if anybody else wants to come talk. Here's the link. Click it if you want to come hang out. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking to chat. I mean, I will talk to chat anyway. But, yeah. I'd rather hang out with some people. Kind of weird just me and Bonnie being here alone after hanging out with so many people. So, yeah. And with that, let's see here. I know there's some Sprite in that Weller 12. I believe that. Did not get to see Jigsy on this trip, but miss you, brother. Sad we didn't get to see you, but hopefully we'll get to see you soon. Beach Sand Bourbon. I'll be there with several liquor stores that have BB birthday bourbon for sale. $2K a bottle. Yeah, well, they ain't going to sell them. Not anymore. We have a restaurant named Frittatas. I believe that. Viking Bourbon in the house. Cheers, Paul. How you doing, man? I'll just pour some Obtainium Elixir Pick. Well, you know what? I guess I'll pour some Obtainium Elixir Pick.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. Please try in a little while.
Shut up, bitch. Anyway, and already the man, the myth, the Hatch Chili legend is in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to stage, Eric, the Barbarian.
Cheers, all.
What's up, brother?
Just drinking some single barrel 1792 store pick.
There you go. I'm just drinking a little 10-year, 11-month, 36% high rye MGP.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, it is. It is really good.
I'm waiting for about another week till my sore throat's completely gone, and then I'm going to open the Booker's Path Not Taken.
Well, are you ready for the last Bookers of the year? Going to be the first Bookers I bought in years.
The Infinity?
No. Jimmy's.
Oh.
The last book. Oh, Bonnie's here.
Hello.
Mine's the little book. The Bookers I want is the Reserves.
Yeah, I saw that on secondary for $600 today.
Yeah, I'm not paying $600 for that.
No,
Hey, Bonnie.
Start with the elixir. Hey, Eric.
How are you?
Doing good, thanks.
How's teaching kids?
I wouldn't know, at least not for another week.
Oh, okay.
A week from today, I'm going to need a lot more to drink.
Yeah, she goes back next Tuesday.
I go back Tuesday. The kids come back Thursday.
You going to take some booze with you when you go to work?
So I've actually discussed this with my principal, and you're not allowed to be intoxicated at work.
Okay, so you just have to stay under what, 0.08?
Well, there's no actual rule about not drinking at work. You just can't get wasted.
I'd be down with that.
What are you
I
looking
used to
for?
I used to substitute.
You used to teach?
Yeah. Shit, I used to be a college professor.
I could see that way more than like my age kid.
What was it? Were you a college professor of the herbal arts?
No, I was a college professor of government.
Of psychedelic mushrooms?
Yes. Yes. There you go. I love psychedelic mushrooms.
What?
Probably. All right, let's see. There you go. Damn bitch in the box. Speaking of bitch in the box, what up, Z?
What's up, brother?
I know that guy.
Here's a pour for Bonnie.
Yep.
That she doesn't know what it is. All right, stay up, brother. Ben got one of those voluntary spy devices. I did because I have nothing interesting to say.
And yet we all tune in to listen to it.
Very true. Jim says, hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Jim.
Josh Fritz says, good evening, Bonnie.
So listening to you recap this trip, I'm like ready to reconfigure our fall and just book us some cheap plane tickets to Bourbon on the Banks and Jason's event.
How are we gonna? But then, how are we gonna see Chris and
Bourbon
Lil?
on the Banks. Just gotta fly to Kentucky twice in 2 weeks.
Just got to deal with family repercussions if we went to that.
Didn't I figure it out that like we can leave right after food or something?
I've done that several times at family events.
I don't know.
Thanks, Dylan. I appreciate you.
You didn't plan vacation. You could try and plan this. Jim may make an appearance in a bit. Jig says, hi, Bonnie. Shelby says, Bonnie is just as lovely in person. Cheers, Bonnie.
Oh, well, thank you, Burton.
Oh, that's
Independent
very
Jim in the house. The man who got the finger from Old Forester, even though not everybody reads full pages.
Ha. Psych, you didn't get anything.
Vodka and some OJ. Nobody will know.
Yeah,
Boring.
Patron, Cafe Patron and some coffee. That's a different story.
David would like to know if Eric's Honey Hole Walgreens still sells Knob Creek single barrel at small batch 100 prices.
No, I wish they did. God, that was the best thing in the whole world. They were 14-year, 11-month bottles for $29.99.
I'm talking about.
How many of those did you drink?
5 out of 6. I actually left one just because I figured I had to do a little karmic thing. I should have taken them all. I should have just taken them all. Karma schmarma. That's not how it works. I knew better, but
See, the way you combat the karma is you take them all, but you share one or two with other people.
oh, I
That's a
shared
good
all
idea,
of them.
actually.
with other people. Dude, that 14-year Knob Creek was the best Knob Creek I've ever had in my life. It was for some reason Walgreens ended up with 6 total wine picks, and they were so
Fucking, did you
freaking
just
good.
say? Did you just say Walgreens?
Walgreens, yes. Walgreens had 6 14-year, 11-month picks.
I've never seen that in my Walgreens ever.
I went in, I bought the first bottle, went home. Me and the guy that I practiced law with, we both did a Glen, and he's all, dude, were there any of these left? I said, yeah, there 5 more. He goes, you need to go get them. So I got back in. I got in the car, went back, and I got 4 of the 5 because I just felt like, God, somebody else should be
I want
allowed
that
to
bottle.
experience this.
Sure.
but somebody else to to experience it. Lots of somebody else's. I should have got them all and kept letting everybody drink off of them.
How many you got left now? I'm gonna guess.
I wish I was a professor at Buffalo Trace University.
And Z-Man is a tenured professor at Miller Lightly.
Hells yeah. If you ain't drinking, you
Appreciate
ain't
you, Peach Man. Everybody. Gordo in the house. Cheers, man. Saying evening, Bonnie. Fuck me, but you know.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Evening, Bonnie.
Rick saying hi, Bonnie. Bill Reynolds saying hi,
Hello,
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Hello, people.
Everybody's saying hi to Bonnie.
Rick's grandkids have been in school for almost a month. Yeah, but she goes till the end of June. It's almost July when she's done.
This year, the last day was June 26th.
God,
Yes,
that's
yeah,
late.
yeah. Hey, Neo, what up? Sipping on a Four Roses small batch select and smoking my corncob pipe. What's in that corncob pipe, Neo?
What's in that corncob pipe? I know what I'd be smoking in that corncob pipe.
Oh, we know what you be smoking.
It
Little
wouldn't
bit
be
of
no,
that,
it wouldn't be no burn.
A little bit of that whiskey food dude herbal essence.
That's what it'd be. It would be. What would it be? It would be the banana.
That was a good Seinfeld episode. I guess so. Let's see
This
here.
one. It would
Cheers.
be this.
I'm Evil Williams. Spelunky, the Whiskey Man Cave. Cheers, Evil. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Cheers.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that nug. Just stare at that beautiful
We got
nugget.
Jay Sells posting random Instagram links at the chat.
Good for him. That's why it's uncensored.
New barrel pick coming out in MA. I'm guessing that's what that Instagram link was. Let me click that. New England Barrel Company rye single barrel, 65%, 11.5-year-old MGP. New England Barrel Companies tend to be expensive, but that does sound pretty good. Here's Bob putting up with Ben and making him a better person.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's been like that for years, brother. Just deal with it.
Rick missed all Forrest's birthday bourbon last year because they delivered it to the wrong damn store. The one thing I will say, Rick, is last year's wasn't that great. So you didn't really miss out on anything but spending money. Vanilla Cavendish. So I did have a couple of cigars on this trip. I have to this day still never smoked a pipe. I know they smell great. I just have no experience. I've never had anyone in my life that smoked a pipe. I don't know. I just never was around me.
I own 4 pipes. Never smoked one of them. I just like cigars better because cigars stay lit. Pipes have to be monkeyed with and repacked and stirred around and relit. And I thought I was going to like a pipe. I've got this great Gandalf pipe that I just wanted to smoke and look like a wizard, but no.
Like I said, I've never tried it. I don't know enough about it. Back when Tito was on all the time, Libation Exploration,
Yeah.
Also known as Green Fairy Pipes. I was thinking about it, but I just never got into it. And yeah, I don't know anything about what I'm doing with it. And Chitter says $14.99. I'm guessing he got the same message as Jay Sells did. Treadword is, I'm studying to get my degree in Jimmy Russell Hog Sciences. Well, get on here, Mr. Hog Sciences. Hey, what up, JD? Cheers, man.
It's a 4-day weekend out here in Arizona.
It was in the Instagram post. Well, forgive me for reading it in 2 seconds because I'm streaming live.
Cheers, JD.
It's a 4-day. It's a 4-day weekend. You got tomorrow off too.
Yeah, because I work 4 10s.
Oh, okay. Good for you, man.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, tomorrow I have work. I need to do some stuff. We have a luncheon for our project manager who's leaving. I believe she's retiring, but she's been a contractor, so it's not official retirement. But I think she's finally retiring. So we have lunch for that, and then a bunch of stuff. And I need to get some of Tony Two Toes bottles together from the trip. Wow, there you go. 5-day weekend for the pinch hitter. There you go.
Yeah.
No wonder you're going to be able to climb on Jimbo.
But make it happen.
God damn, this is good.
Yeesh.
What? Who died?
Southwest would be over $1,000 for bourbon on the banks.
That's a no from me, dog.
Oh my God.
That's leaving out of ice.
You got an ice
Are
lift?
you?
Yeah.
Do you get to fly in the plane, or are you on the top?
That's
of it?
it's the small regional airport.
Yeah.
Well,
I know where that is.
Yeah. Well, that's 15 minutes from me. You've been to Islip
I have.
and you didn't call.
It's before I knew any of you.
So I have a hatch chili question. How long do I have to freeze and or eat these?
Okay. Are they in the refrigerator right now?
Yes, they are in the refrigerator in the plastic gallon
Okay.
containers.
Okay. You need to freeze them because the problem with green chili is green chili grows botulism.
Okay.
Now you're not there yet, but you need to put them in the bags and you need to freeze them.
Okay. I have
And then
vacuum.
if you
How
put them
many
in the bag,
bag?
if you
Should I
freeze
flat
them,
pack 'em?
huh?
Do I need to flat pack them like one next to each
Yeah,
other?
put them in, squeeze them down, seal them, put them on top of each other, and then they'll last. Like I said, I have put green chili in the freezer and eaten it 4 years later, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So
But just get it in the freezer. You haven't done anything wrong yet. But if
when
you
did we
wait
get them? Was that Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
you're
they're
good.
No, Sunday.
You're
Sunday. So yeah.
Sunday, yeah, you're still good. Put them in
So
the
by
bags and
this
freeze.
weekend?
Yeah. Have you tasted one of them yet?
No.
If they peel the skin off one and taste it, just to see what
I'll go get
tastes.
it right now.
You're gonna love the flavor of it,
You
dude. I
eat it
swear
cold
to
or you eat it cold or warm?
you can eat it just like it is.
All right. Stand by. I'm gonna go get a hatch chili.
Standing by.
You didn't tell them to talk amongst themselves.
Oh yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
I got
neither hatch nor chili. Discuss.
I got a place that has a marketplace in Arizona where they fire roast in that big fucking spinning wheel.
Yep.
And when you walk in there, dude, man, that shit smells so fucking good.
Yeah, there's a place here in Las Cruces that makes candles that smell like roasting chili. And I couldn't have one of those in my house. I'd be hungry all the time.
Yeah. Well, I grab them and I throw them in crock pot recipes, eggs. You can put them on anything. They're so fucking delicious.
Dude, like get 3 or 4 of them, chop them up real good, and put them in eggs with some cheese, and just make some scrambled eggs with green chili and cheese.
Yeah, just drop the shit on. Yeah, my girl turned me on to them. We would go and it's like an outside festival they have just for that.
This weekend is the Hatch Chili Festival. There will be about 100,000 pounds of green chili roasted and sold this weekend for 3 days in Hatch, New Mexico.
So the word on the streets is the whole town smells like the chilies.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. It's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. That's just fucking awesome.
All right. So I have a hatch chili. And you said I'm supposed to peel this?
Make Take the skins off. Take the skin off of it. You don't want the skin on it.
So you're taking the char off it?
Take the char
Yes.
off of it. You don't want the because that skin's not gonna. It's gonna be too hard, and it's gonna. Take it off. Pull the stem out and clear some of the seeds out because they're hot. So yeah, take the skin off. Take the skin off.
Currently peeling
pull
the skin off.
Pull the stem out, and then just take a
Pull the
bite out of
stem
that
out.
tip. Just bite the tip.
Just bite the tip.
I'm sure that's not the first time you've heard that. Just bite the tip.
Just bite.
These look like they've mostly been seeded. There's very few seeds in here.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Just
I
pull
mean,
that
there's
stem
still
off.
seeds, but there's not that many.
Pull that stem off and take a bite out of the bottom tip. Just oh my god, it's so good. Did you get a medium or did you get a hot?
I grabbed the medium, figuring I'm drinking whiskey.
Okay, yeah, it's probably best.
I got a pound of I got a little over a pound of medium and a little over a pound of hots.
I swear to God, dude, you're gonna love this. This is so good.
And I think that out here we paid like $20 a pound for them. They're delicious.
These were $8 a pound.
I can get 20 pounds for $15.
Roasted or not roasted?
Yeah.
Roasted.
So here you go.
There you go. That's that. Yeah, now bite that tip. Bite that tip.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's do this right.
Yeah, get up close so we can all see you.
There you go.
Oh my,
The first time a New Yorker eats a Hatch chili.
I imagine it's not the first time, but yes, no,
But you got a little heat kicking.
yeah. You got a medium.
Good flavor.
You like that roasted flavor? That roasted flavor's on point, man. It's just
Yeah. That's what makes them so yummy. Oh my god, he's going all the way.
It's kind of like a mild green bell pepper with a bunch of kick.
yeah. If
That's
you
the
got
stuff.
the hot, the hot would be different. But I'm glad you got that because you don't want to drink whiskey on top of a hot.
No.
That'll give. But that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, now I'm going to do an experiment.
What are you gonna do?
I'm putting on a slice of New York pizza.
That's the way to. Oh my God, baby, that's a yes. That's such a yes. No pizza place here in Las Cruces makes a pizza that you can't put green chili on. None. Pizza Hut, and Domino's and Papa John's all have green chili pizza here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is green chili central. The only place that doesn't put green chili on anything is Five Brothers hamburgers, and that's because they have a policy that they will not change their Five Brothers hamburgers across.
It's always some stupid shit.
Yeah, you like that?
It looks like it. He keeps shoving it in his mouth.
I mean, it's good. I ain't gonna lie, but I was kind of expecting a more unique flavor.
Yeah, I mean it's when you're not drinking whiskey, do a hot. The hot the hot's gonna be different. The hot's gonna
I'm
give
just
you.
saying I was kind of expecting a more unique flavor. It tastes like pepper. It's definitely got a long-term burn to it.
Yep. Wait
It'll
till you
go
taste the hot.
Yeah.
The hot keep on rolling.
I just don't know if I'm ready to put whiskey on top of this yet.
No. Don't. No. You got the medium, and that was a good call. You don't want to put whiskey on top of hot.
Eat it in the early morning with like breakfast, and then work your way into the afternoon.
I would suggest tomorrow you chop up a hot and put it in an egg. Make scrambled eggs with hot green chili and cheese. You will love it.
I do green
I
chili.
guess the one thing I would say is I expected it to, I don't know, have a more unique flavor, not just taste like a pepper. With the way I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
I use green chilies too out of the can. The El Paso brand, I use them. The hot ones, they're really fucking good.
Yeah, the old El Paso hot green.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. And those are Hatch green chilies.
Right, and they're not fucking so hot that they're going to burn your mouth up, but you can mix them in with eggs, beans.
See, I haven't bought. I can't testify to a medium. I haven't bought a medium green chili in 20 years.
I haven't either. I buy all the hot. Hots are not hot.
Hot and extra hot.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have extra.
Yeah, well, I don't expect them to have extra hot in Ohio.
Hey, the fact is, I got fresh Hatch green chilies.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm
Eric's like, why is this asshole calling me at this time?
no, you first you texted me and I was like, oh, he's got chilies. Yeah.
Because first I found the display of fresh ones.
Yeah, you found the ones that were unroasted, and that's good if you're going to roast them yourself. But if you're not going to roast them yourself, then you need to just get the roasted ones because
I'm just gonna say this medium. I don't know if I would call it medium.
Yeah, I buy the roasted ones.
You don't think it was medium?
Yeah, it's kind of a.
What do you think it was?
I would call it a medium hot. Like, I am sure the hots have some kick, more kick. You know what I mean? But there's a lingering burn on this one, which I wouldn't expect from a medium.
I was telling Eric when you were gone, I buy the roasted ones in a marketplace, and that whole fucking park smells like roasted chilies. It is so fucking cool.
Hey, what up, Brian? Slapshots Roadhouse, the man who makes the wood.
Cheers,
The man who gives you wood.
What up, Brian? Neo's got a 365-day weekend. There you go. Lucky bastard.
That works.
Wasn't too upset about the birthday bourbon. They made it up with the BTAC. What BTAC did you get, Rick? Eric Thompson, Professor of Botulism. Just put the tip in. Don't rub your eyes. There you go. Screenshotted. What'd you screenshot? Put it in your mouth, man. There you go.
Put it in your mouth, man.
5-day weekend for Pinch Hitter Speakeasy. Lot Lizards and Blow Time. There you go. Steven Scone got the peppers. Trevor dropping the pizza and chilies with the eggplants.
Pizza, pepper, and eggplants.
Vanilla Ice and Rob Bass will be in J Max's area this week. Are you going to see him? Or are they renovating a house? Actually, I haven't heard of Rob Bass in a hot minute.
No, me either.
Even so, says, this MGP on the medium is hitting nice right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Cool.
Thomas Andy Rye. There you go. Honestly, probably a better drink than last year's birthday bourbon.
Dude, nothing beats a handy.
I can think of one or two orifices that beat a handy.
Okay. Me too, but
nope, not attending. $60 cheap seats in a small venue. Friend is setting up $60
for what?
To see Vanilla Ice and Rob Bass.
Are you serious?
That sounds worth it to me. Just to watch Mr. fucking I'm gonna hang like a T-Rex from a ceiling contracting to have to sing Ice Ice Baby, worth it. Oh, look at you going compass box. Little sketchy sketch.
Compass box Spaniard. I have become
Just got
much
an email saying
more.
that delivery has now been rescheduled for Saturday for the Bowman pick. Huh? They get a treasure my back door. We got 4 inches of rain in the last 90 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, really? Where?
Slap.
Slapshot, Virginia. Right?
So,
Yeah.
well, it got dark out here in Arizona, and that shit fucking went by us. It never rained. So it's working its way to the East Coast.
Damn, Brian.
Holy shit. Wow.
3 more coming before 1 a.m.
That's a lot of water.
7 inches of rain. I've never seen in New Mexico, I've never seen 7 inches of rain in a month.
I mean, let's be real. Eric's just never seen 7 inches.
No, I've seen 7 inches, just never 7 inches of rain. Oh.
So what
You
did
know, I
first-
watched
81 proof wild turkey rye from 2015.
Ooh,
Didn't suck.
did not stop.
So the other day I watched Whiskey Tribe drink this Compass Box Spaniard. The nose on this is amazing. There is like all these fruits. It's like a berry, maybe berry and pear compote. It's just amazing on the nose. But then I drink it, and every flavor I smell is on my palate, but then it just dies. It stops almost like you drink it, you get like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of it, and then it's gone.
What proof is it?
It's only 86, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Well, cheers, Kelsey. The second third of Hello Again Whiskey Friends is in the house because we had Darrell earlier, and I just finished a pour of this little gem.
Did you mention
Kelsey might know this bottle.
that we saw Whack?
Oh, good point. Oh, yeah. We also saw Whack. We had brunch with Whack on Sunday. I completely left that out, too. There was so many people we saw. We had brunch with Whack at some bougie.
Is Whack near Cincinnati?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ohio.
It's some bougie hotel restaurant thing. Hotel Covington. And
Yeah.
speaking of bougie, what up, Jimbo?
Yay.
What's up,
Did you get a
Jimbo?
chance to go to the party place?
Party Source? Yes, we went to the Party
Party
Source.
Source. How was that?
They have a ton of shit, and I didn't buy any of it.
Really? Overpriced?
I just have so much, and what they had wasn't unique.
Oh, okay. They actually, Party Source has for cigars.
Mhm.
That place is a place for cigars.
But you got to realize also, anything they had unique, other people had already picked up for me, and I picked up on hand delivery, you know?
Okay. I've always wanted to go to Party Source.
Jim's going to tell us what's wrong with society.
I want to hear it.
Huh?
What's wrong with
Oh.
you?
How's it going? No one drinks from the skulls of their enemies anymore. That is the truth, brother. That is such the truth. That is such the truth. So the other day I was on a friend's land, and we were messing around, and we were like plowing up the field, and we dug up an old native burial ground, and there was a skull there, and I had to call the state of New Mexico because if I didn't, it's a crime. I want a human skull. I want a human skull to sit on on a shelf. But if you find an ancient burial ground, you have to tell everybody about it. It's like,
you
okay,
don't. No. Put it on your shelf and then call them up.
How do you know it was an
No,
ancient burial ground and not just a serial killer hiding their bodies?
because there was a bunch of pottery shards and a bunch of other stuff around it that
Well, that's
indicated
good
it was
to know.
buried.
The
So
serial
next
killer.
time you bury a body, put some fucking pottery shells next to
Yep, that's a good idea.
it.
Because you don't have enough bad karma in your life, Eric. You need somebody's head on your mantle.
I do need somebody's head on my mantle. Karma comes the next lifetime.
Don't you have enough ex-wives for that?
Next lifetime. Next lifetime.
Bonnie's holding out her glass. What should I pour for her?
Ask her what she wants. Fool. Ask her what she wants, man. Come on.
Ancient Native American serial killer. Pretty sure a skull shop is a way to get haunted. Yep, that's what I'm saying, Brian.
No, it's not.
You want to crack that?
But I do. I want a skull that I can drink out of.
You want to crack it?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
So we're going to do a fresh crack here, apparently. Bonnie actually picked up this bottle from that little store, Elixir Spirits, where I got that. Where I got these. What do you call it?
Elixir?
And we got
Ah.
a Traverse City barrel proof rye. Picked by
Bonnie,
Elixir.
are you a rye fan?
Bonnie loves rye. She's a rye girl.
Oh, that's so cool. God, I think that's amazing. Not enough people are rye fans. It's true.
No.
Would you like to do the honors? Sure. Bonnie is going to do the honors.
You
I mean,
hold
right
it
now,
Holding her bottle.
right now, this is my favorite. My favorite rye is this Alberta Premium.
Well, hang on. She's cracking a bottle.
Yeah,
Then you could show
that
off your
Traverse, that Traverse City. I've seen that a couple of times. I want a review. Give me a review, Bonnie. Ooh, America.
Michigan, really.
Yeah,
Well,
no shit on.
Hopefully. The problem with Traverse City is you can't always trust them on their sourcing, but we can trust the store to have good picks.
Yes.
So I guess I'm
Where
having
do
a little.
Where do they source from? Is that MGP?
Multiple places, though they'll claim just MGP.
That's correct. So when we were at Elixir, we tried like 4,000 things, but when they get down to their last couple of cases, they won't open a new bottle. So we had to buy this untasted.
So Will, give me a sec. Bonnie's going to give her first sip review here, and then we'll.
So you drank 4,000 things there.
That's about
So
what
is
it
that
sounds
a,
But he
So
told
it's-
her he described this one as candy.
is that a store or what are you guys talking about?
I don't know that I'd call it candy. Put the mic there.
It's because she dances on the center stage for dollar bills. Is it good?
It's good.
She doesn't seem.
Doesn't blow me away.
Okay. What flavors do you get out of it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nice cork pop, man.
Thank you.
Yo, what up, Yoda? Good evening, folks. Just popping in away from home from work.
Donald Lance.
Cheers, Donald.
Yoda, Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Yo, yo,
Well,
yo.
that's funny. I was just listening to the Kinks earlier.
And a little bit of spice.
Met him in a swamp down in
Nice
Dagobah where it bubbles all the time, just like a something soda.
Here's Will.
Cherry cola.
Bonnie,
Cherry
thank you
cola,
for
that's
coming
right.
on and giving some real expertise to this channel.
There you go.
Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Hey, William Hall, how you doing, man?
So, Will, are you versed in the straightening of hat brims? As I see you have multiple hats on you.
The straining of what?
Hat brims, because I have to fix the brim on my new hat. Apparently, you have to steam it.
That happens just because of wear and rain.
Yeah, it didn't fare great in the car.
Where rain? There rain.
Wear and rain. This one came this way.
Still think we need to get you a black one.
Yeah, that's a
an
good hat.
Indiana Jones hat.
That's a good hat right there.
That's a fedora.
You got to get 100% wool.
Yeah, this one's wool too.
There's a fedora.
Yeah.
Got the
Yeah,
100%.
this one's off Fakakta right now. I gotta get the brim fixed. That's a good hat. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I am from Indiana, so you know, Indiana Jones is kind of the way I go. Where we roll out here.
We
I hear
named
you.
the dog. We named the dog Indiana.
But you spend a lot of time in the rain and the humidity, and it just kind of
Good night,
falls.
Jigsy.
Cheers, Jigs.
Eric's gonna have a pour of Alberta Premium with Eric.
There you go. I just poured mine, Eric. So
Kettle for steam. Yeah, I'm gonna steam it. I understand I need to steam it to soften it up. What I don't understand is how to actually like even it out and flatten it. That's what I
would take it somewhere that knows what they're doing, because if you don't do it right, you're going to break down the fiber on it.
You think we have a lot of those in New York?
You've got to have some haberdasheries.
If you want a real hat, get a Stormy Cromer.
A what?
Yeah.
A Stormy Cromer.
Fuck is a Stormy Storm?
Do you remember the old Bob Newhart show?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
good
cool
one.
hat.
That's a good winter hat right there.
I
See,
think my grandma had that hat. Yeah, I am 100% sure my grandmother wore that hat.
These are freaking awesome hats. I mean, really, for when I have to go out and shovel the driveway. There you go. That's a New England hat right there.
All right, so let's give a taste to this rye here.
When you get lost between the moon and New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of not blown away. It is very oily.
I feel like it's easily drinkable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oily, definitely rye spice. Mild.
This is for your best friend.
is it rye? Is it rye herbal? Rye dill? Rye?
Not rye dill.
I call it rye.
So like rye bread.
Yeah, kind of.
What are you drinking?
It's a little flat. We're drinking a Traverse City.
Traverse City.
Supposedly MGP rye, but again, the problem with Traverse City is you never can quite be sure of what you're getting with them.
I really like their North Coast rye. Is that what you're drinking?
No, we're drinking a pick. It's Traverse City straight rye. 115.6 proof.
Okay.
Does not have a stated distillation, even though claimed to be Indiana.
It's MGP.
Well, it may be, it may not be, because Traverse City's gotten caught saying things are one thing and they are another. So I generally don't buy them without a reliable pick. We kind of blind bought this one. It's fine.
They had one, it was called the North Coast Rye. And it was a cast strength, and it was fantastic. I mean, I have that bottle somewhere. I don't know where. But anyway, it was a really good ride.
They are bottled in Michigan. That is correct. They are
Yes.
not made. They are bottled. Rick's out. Cheers, Rick. Have a good one.
Night, Rick.
Cheers, Rick.
You should be able to smooth it out by doing a gentle bend and lay it down on the crown if you don't have access to a hat store. Not that I know of. And if I did, I still don't think they would know what to do with a cowboy hat.
When are you going back to Tennessee?
At the moment, I don't know. I don't even have a return to Kentucky known right now. It's kind of sad.
I've never tried to steam one of my hats just because I don't want to screw it up.
Well, mine's already screwed up. You know, see, it's got the little over here.
No, that's character. That's not a screw up.
That right there, that's a little.
If you watch the guys that like really wear them out in the weather every day, like a true cowboy, those hats are so messed up, but they don't.
Yeah,
It's just the way they wear.
Yeah, but it doesn't even seem to be. The problem is, it doesn't even seem to be. Didn't
No,
realize,
you gotta get that adjusted. You need to
you
take
see,
that
it's not even like that would probably be more centered, but that's really not comfortable.
You need to go to a professional, get that thing adjusted, and then you'll be happy.
Go stand in the rain.
I put haberdashery near me into Google, and I got Joanne Fabric. So
That's
Oh,
another.
that's wrong. Okay, that's a no.
Huntington Fabric. No.
There, okay,
Hat
New York. In New York, there has to be a hat store up there somewhere.
There has to
fedora
be.
and-
A hat store, and I get lids.
Yeah, that's not. Lids is a sports hat store.
There's
Yeah.
a Go West Western apparel store in
How
Bohemia.
far is Garden City from you?
It's actually about 15 minutes from my office. 20 minutes from my office.
Hat Club.
Hat
Garden,
Club.
Garden City, New York.
I guarantee it will cost more to get my hat fixed there than it costs to buy this. In Kentucky.
Probably.
Where'd you buy that? Bucky's?
No, a flea market
They also look like it might be
where I also
It
bought my new
more
boots.
neglectable.
It
cats
looks
than-
like it was worn by a flea.
There's no field.
No,
Are your boots Tony Lama?
no, they're Ariats.
Arius? Okay.
All right, that's a good brand too.
Yep.
Not as good as the brand Bonnie's are. Bonnie's are Stewart handmade.
Oh.
I have a pair of Lucchese, and if you know the name Lucchese on the East Coast, it's the same fucking family.
No, Bonnie's are like handmade, true old school Western boots.
What are they made out of?
Lucchese
Bonnie's
The
are
Lucchese-
they deer or elk?
Elk.
Bonnie's are elk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, hers are serious. Bonnie's boots are serious. Mine are
Bonnie's boot.
cheap by them. You know, can you grab one of them so I can show them?
All my shit is Justin shit.
I don't know. I grew up riding horses and just running around here in Indiana, and we never put that much in our hats or our boots. We always ended up throwing them away.
No. No.
Yeah, here you go. Here's my new boots.
Let me see the front of them. They got big toe. Okay. Oh,
Square-toed.
those are square toed. Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother with Hat Club.
Stacked heels, the whole deal. They do have rubber soles, but they are double stitched.
So you got the
Those
stacked
are not-
heels to give you another 3 inches.
Yep. I mean, I would have rathered leather sole, but this is what they had that fit me at the place we went.
I like those. I like those.
Porter whiskey.
Yeah, so when I get them resold, I'll probably get them resold in leather.
Yeah, BT. Who is this? John Wayne?
Tim Tam Slam sucks that Bourboner now behind a paywall. What is Bourboner? Tim Sam Slam. Cheers to you. What is Bourboner?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. What is that, Tim Tam Slam?
Paywall.
I use an old Polyperk coffee pot once to fix mine. Okay.
There's definitely proper hat shops in New York City, but
Google
you're probably gonna pay to go there.
Yeah.
You can just wear it into a hot shower.
Are there any? Apparently, there is one. So maybe I'll go over there because I do need insoles for those boots. So maybe they'll sell them. Neo says I started wearing a cowboy hat when I was around 20. 50 years. Damn, dude, you're pushing 70. Congrats on that, man. Cheers. So my last hat before this was a wicker straw or wicker Stetson, but that went up in the house fire a number of years ago. I was going to get a black hat, but they didn't have one to fit me at the place we were at.
Did that old hat say Jägermeister on
Hey,
it?
what up, BT? Cheers, brother. Ben Wayne. There you go. Was all this Southern crap so you could enter Whiskey Wars country? No. It was because I wanted to hang out and be one of the peoples in Whiskey Wars country. I bought Whiskey Wars a new hat. I'm sure you'll see it at some point. He got the black hat that didn't fit me right, that fit him. I bought him a black hat.
Where's the true mark? Where's your belt buckle?
I did not get a belt buckle.
No, forget it. You're out.
Excuse me. Did you fart as I slid in closer?
Get your ass in there. Why don't I want to start Ben all fucking night?
Oh, Bourbon Blue Book? Fuck those guys. So what those guys do is they go around and they buy up people's collections for pennies on the dollar, and then sell and then auction it off to the highest bidder. Yeah, here you go, Bourbon Blue Book. Anyway, screw them. Yeah. I need to review them. I just have not had time yet. But at the same time, I want to wear my new hat. I do need a darker one. I wonder if you can dye them. It is wool.
I'm sure you could.
Oh yeah, you can make that. You can dye that.
I don't know.
It'd look really good, baby blue.
The only problem is if you dye it, it's going to end up on your head. So your hair and your scalp is going to match the same color as whatever you dye it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
These are Justin boots.
This is a Justin hat.
This is what I wear. These are my Justin boots. I actually got these at a Savers for $7.
There you go.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah. So look.
Dark brown. That's dark brown. It's not black. I know it looks black on the thing.
This is a Justin hat.
Yep. Same maker.
So it's a good hat. It just needs a little tweaking out.
It's got to be shaped. It's got to have some shape.
And it literally says, I don't know if that's a good thing, but it says
3X.
Apropos.
That 3X means it's good. It's a good quality wool hat.
Yeah, it just needs tweaking out. That's all.
The more X's it has, just like me, the better it is. I got 4 X's. It makes me great.
Wait, you got another one?
No, I've always had 4.
You always had 3. When did you get the 4th?
No, my last one was my 4th.
Jim, you've been around as long as I have.
I'm pretty sure he's always had 4. I just think that one of them counts twice, right?
No. My first wife was from the age of 19 to the age of 26. And then the second one was from the age of 27 to, let me think, 10 years. So like 38, 37. And then the third one was for 6 years. And the fourth one was for 6 years. I've had 4 wives.
Duly noted. Shut up. Duly noted.
So this is a 5X Stetson.
Oh, that's a hat right there.
5X.
Damn, dude, you look like you should be on Yellowstone.
That's what I'm talking about. He's a Kevin Costner twin.
So
No,
what
he's
do
not a Kevin.
what do the X's mean?
The higher quality of the hat.
Higher quality,
Okay,
higher
so
quality wool.
Are you like minimum
higher-
or is it one minimum?
One's a minimum.
So 3's decent, 5's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they go up to what, 6 or 7?
Okay, and what do they start? 1?
1.
Okay,
One.
so this is for a New Yorker, this is a pretty good hat.
Yeah.
You got a great hat.
It just needs a little tweaking. That's a good hat, though. I like that it's curved and not just bent.
I've had this, I think, probably 30, 35 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's a good hat.
They used to match when I was blonde, but now I'm getting gray, so I probably should have gone black, but whatever.
10X is 100% beaver fur.
Yeah.
Nice beaver.
Thank
Okay,
you.
the
just had a
X-rating-
trip.
Let me help you with that.
If you want one of
X-rating-
those, 100% beaver,
X-
those are freaking high dollar.
The
High
X rating system on hats has been used since the 1930s to indicate the amount of beaver fur felt in a hat. Beaver is considered one of the best quality furs for hat making, and hats with more beaver felt have more X's. However, there's no industry standard for the X rating system, and the X value depends on how the hat maker ranks their hats in terms of quality. For example, a 5X beaver hat may not necessarily be of similar quality to a 5X hat made by a different manufacturer. Traditionally, hat makers graded hats on a scale of 1X to 10X, depending on the felt quality and the amount of beaver utilized in the construction. Hats between 1X and 5X were usually made of wool and or hair with small amounts of beaver. If any A10X hat contained 100% beaver. Okay, so yeah, it's the amount of beaver fur in the rest of the hat. But if you've
Which
got a
is
5,
Which is waterproof.
yeah,
Nice
yeah,
beaver.
yeah. The more
Nice
beaver, the
beaver.
more waterproof.
Nice beaver.
Beavers are moisture
Nice
resistant.
beaver.
I'm just saying.
All right,
Moisture
pervert.
resistant or moisture full?
Well, both.
Nice beaver.
Nice beaver. So yeah, it's when I went to law school in Kansas, I almost bought a beaver coat. But you know what? That shit, it's never cold enough for a beaver coat. It really isn't. Beaver coats are heavy. That shit. I mean, I walked around. I went to this store in Kansas. I walked around in a beaver coat for 25 minutes in literally 2-degree temperature. And by the time I was done, I was sweating so bad I wanted to get the hell out of that coat.
Did
It was not.
Did it smell a little funky too?
No, it was good. It didn't smell funky. It wasn't funky beaver. It was just beaver.
So top hats, the old top hats that people wore, those were beaver, and the higher the quality, the better or the more beaver felt that they used.
Yeah.
And so the really highbrow millionaire whatever's 100% beaver. So those hats, if you find them in like a thrift store or an auction or whatever, those hats are worth a fortune.
I like the way that sounds though too.
Yeah,
Beaver felt, not beaver hair.
Yeah, if you get like a 10X beaver, that's a hat to keep.
Oh,
Right. No.
But a 5X hat, a 5X Stetson, a 3X hat, those are still good hats. They're not as much
like
beaver, but they're still good hats.
35 years ago, it's like seriously waterproof. I've worn that thing and I never get wet.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry
moist is a different story, but wet, no.
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry.
thing definitely needs tweaking out. I don't know.
I'm sorry you couldn't get your beaver wet, but it's okay. It's fine. It's not something to be ashamed of.
Bill has bought some beaver.
That Bill, not me. Just to clarify.
Well, you don't go by Will, you go by Bill. Don't go by Bill, you go by Will.
I just want to clarify. My wife might watch this.
I mean, not for nothing. I really hope she doesn't. J Max has as well. What you got in the douche flute, Will?
Me?
Yeah. What you got in the douche flute?
Well, I've been slumming it. I've been drinking High West Campfire.
I don't know what you got in the douche flute.
I don't know what that is, but
the vape.
Oh, Cuban cigar, BLVK.
There you go. The douche flute.
I gave up cigarettes 7 years ago.
October 26, 2007. Not that I'm counting.
July 5th, 2015.
Yeah, if vapes had existed, I would have switched. But the vapes they had back then were horrendous.
I haven't smoked a cigarette since 2002.
Good for you.
Here's the thing. I switched to this, and the only reason I switched to this is because I work for a Japanese company, and they all still smoke, right? So
yeah, I hear you.
Now, part of that is what's called Nimawashi. Nimawashi is
what mod is that? What vape you got there?
This is a Novo Commodore.
How much THC is it?
Novo Smoke. I'm drink half 0.5.
So that's what is that? That's a smock?
Yep.
It's a smock. It's a Novo smock.
Yeah, Bonnie recently went to the Vape Presso.
Yeah. Yep. I do the Salt Nick.
Yeah, that's what she's got in there. I mean, she's liking these because you don't have to play with coils.
Exactly. You're done with the pod. You toss it. You pop in another one, and you go. And you can mix and match, right? So if you want to do a different flavor.
The last smock that I had started auto firing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of broke my trust in the brand.
These I've noticed. Are you using the ceramic or the mesh?
Mesh.
Okay. And what's the ohms?
I was 0.6. I think these are 0.8.
Okay. So I'm using the 0.7s, and I've noticed that with this kind of with the BLVK Cuban, I'll get about a week and a half, and then I got to toss it. Yeah, I'm a heavy vapor because I work at home, so I like constantly. But my wife, she'll get like 3 weeks, 4 weeks out of them.
Yeah, the light fluids you get a lot more out of.
Yeah, the darker the fluid, the more it burns them up.
She likes coffee.
Yeah,
vape flavor vapes,
a rough one,
and they destroy coils.
Yeah, I got hooked on this BLVK Cuban cigar like 4 years ago, and I just can't get away from it. I've tried a million other like cigar flavors and or cigarette flavors.
That's just the one.
That's just the one. I just
the Bright Vapes VCT was my favorite tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
The vanilla custard tobacco. And apparently they're still manufactured, but they're a pain in the ass to get a hold of if you live in New York.
Yeah, you don't know, flavors are banned in New York.
I have to order these from California because nobody around here carries them.
Oh, you can't. Nobody will ship here anymore.
Ripe Vapes won't even ship from their site.
Really?
You gotta find a retailer who's already got
She
them.
gets hers when she's out of state.
I'll still get mine from like East Coast Vapes or a couple others, depending on who has them in stock. But
New York,
but
land of the free, huh?
I have to order like 10 at a time because they want to charge you like $10 for shipping and $10 for a signature and $10 for this and $10 for that. And it's like, holy shit.
Mr. Mom quit in 1989. Damn. Cheers to that.
I quit in 1989, but it was only for about a year and a half.
I quit in 2007.
Was it October 26th at 9:30 p.m.? Just asking.
No, I have no idea. I don't know what time it was. I just know in 2007 I quit smoking.
I still remember my last cigarette.
Any nicotine.
I know where I was. I remember smoking it. I remember what it tasted like.
And
So
I smoked clove cigarettes. I hate regular cigarettes. So I smoked clove, which is really bad for you. And one day I just was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I like how it tastes. I like how it feels, but I know that clove is bad for your lungs, and I just quit.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I actually went to the plant today, and I had to go out. We have what we call the bus stop, right, which is like 25 meters away from the building, and so I went out there to vape because that's the only place you can do it legally on premises. And everybody out there smoking cigarettes, and oh my god, did it smell so good!
Yeah.
I was like,
I walked by somebody smoking a cigarette today, and I was all like, you need to cut that shit out. It smells so fucking bad. It's floor sweepings. They don't put good tobacco in cigarettes. Good tobacco goes in pipes and cigars. Bad tobacco, floor sweepings go in cigarettes.
The last 2 years I smoked American Spirit.
Right.
Which is supposed to be 100% tobacco and no additives, but they did burn a lot. They did burn a lot slower. I mean, because they supposedly add all that shit to like Marlboros and Camels, make them burn faster, make you smoke more. But
yeah, there wasn't the gunpowder and all the other stuff that makes them smoke faster.
cyanide and whatever else they added to it.
But it's just nasty. It smells so bad.
See, I was the other way today. I was like, "Oh my god, that smells so good."
This older
For me, for like the first 10 to 15 years after I quit, I used to describe cigarette smoke as smelling like a bakery. That good it smoked, and I will say, in the last few years, it started to smell awful to me.
Yeah, it's awful. God, it just smells.
But for
so
many
bad.
years, it smelled delicious to me.
Oh my god!
Well, I started smoking cigars and pipe just to kind of dissuade myself from going back to tobacco or to cigarettes. But
like a non-stone cowboy.
Yeah, I cigarettes taste and smell so bad.
Vincent and Hedges special reserve. Jeez, that is bougie.
Wow, that's bougie as fuck.
Bougie.
Never smoked cigarette, Neo, cigars and pipes. Cigars I had in the last couple of weeks. I had a cigar too. I've never smoked a pipe.
I just smoked a cigar tonight.
I've smoked a pipe. It's too much work. It's too
Yeah,
much
but have
work.
you ever smoked a pipe that wasn't metal and had some green, had some greenery packed in the end?
Metal or glass?
No, I've smoked
water on the bottom.
Tobacco pipe. I've smoked glass pipes too that have THC.
Meth.
No, not meth. Although I've smoked a meth pipe occasionally. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what a copper bat is?
I'm not gonna lie. I've smoked meth before. I've not smoked a bunch of meth, but I've smoked meth. So
no, a copper bat.
Is that just a
real life Walter White up here?
Is that just a rite of passage in Arizona?
Don't talk to
in New
me.
Mexico? I'm in New Mexico.
I no fucking meth.
I know that. See, that's why I said that.
Yeah,
is it in New Mexico?
A copper bat.
That's a New Mexico thing, brother. I don't know.
Methamphetamine feels good. I mean, I have attention deficit disorder. I used to take all kinds of methamphetamine drugs. It feels good. I won't do it for long term, but it was okay. I prefer marijuana. That's what I smoke.
And mushrooms.
And mushrooms. Oh, I love me some mushrooms. I'm not gonna lie.
Peyote?
I've done peyote a couple of times. I did peyote. The first time I did peyote, I had a conversation with a bear, and I wish I'd paid. I wish I'd paid better attention, because that bear probably told me the secrets to the world. But all I can think is, I'm having a conversation with a bear. So that's what I did. But yeah, I've done peyote.
Your soulmate.
So was it a black bear or a brown bear?
It was a grizzly
All right,
bear.
Will, what are you drinking?
It was a big goddamn grizzly bear, and I was on a tangerine colored river, and I ended up in this place in the river, and the bear came forward and we talked, and I don't remember a thing that motherfucker.
He gave you the secret to life.
All right, Will.
Yeah.
Will,
Because I don't remember anything he said.
All right, we need another pour over here. Will, what are you drinking?
Oh. I've been putting it off because I haven't opened it yet. But I think I'm going to have a little
smoke eye.
I can't get smoke eye. What's that closest to? Give me something that's close
brown
to
eye. Brown eye. It's closest to brown eye.
Yeah.
I don't smoke brown eye either. So.
You don't. You're finding it.
I call bullshit on that. You spoke brown eye.
Fuck you, Z man. Somebody kick Z man. Did somebody kick him?
Hey,
fucker.
Stop it. Stop it.
All right.
I'm
gonna drink.
Are you on the Jim Beam or are you on the Buffalo Trace train tonight?
I'm on this bad boy.
Oh shit! Man down, man down. What's next?
I got another one on the bar. There's another bottle.
That's the light beer of bourbon.
No, hold on. I do got this.
Oh, there you go. A little benchmark bondage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink some French.
What do you want?
I just poured this guy.
A little that's their own distillate, isn't it?
Yep. The Cantor bottle was better. This isn't bad.
That's a big ass bottle.
Will, what are you on? Did you ever find it? Oh, you were thinking about the smoke eye. Are you doing it or are you thinking about it? All right. It's right behind you.
I'm drinking Lucky 7 the Frenchman.
There you go.
Smoke Hill?
Smoke Eye Hill.
That's kind of weird, Mr. Mom. Never heard that one before.
Something with a 3-pound cork.
I guess we're drinking some Smoke Eye Hill next.
I need something with a
This
3-pound
cork is not tight.
It's not
First thing comes to mind is Spray Ranch.
You don't like it?
Huh?
Do you like Free Ranch or no?
I have a bottle of it somewhere that I got from Shady Burner Approach, and I don't mind it.
Will, you could beat somebody to death with that cork.
But Will was saying something about a 3-pound cork, and that was the first thing that came to mind, because the cork for those Free Ranch bottles, you can put that as a slingshot and murder people.
This is ridiculous. Weight on this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This thing, it's like it's made of pewter. It's so heavy. Because it is unnaturally heavy. If I would almost think it's lead, but I'm gonna guess it's like pewter. It's that heavy.
Yeah.
If it's pewter, it's got lead in it. Pewter's lead and tin.
Yeah.
Put that in a potato gun and murder people at 100 feet.
So I don't imagine it's pewter,
I
because I can't imagine anybody's got lead in any of their corks.
The roll of Teflon tape is on the kitchen counter. Next time you get up.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine anybody's got pewter or anything in their cork, because that's lead, and lead's poisonous.
Well, if you look at it, it's got like an actual cork on the bottom, but it looks like the top part of it is some sort of metal lump.
Yeah, but I don't
Sold
imagine
himself
it's
again.
not, I don't imagine there's any lead in that metal lump at all.
I would think not, but I mean, you never know. People have done stupider things.
Steven Scones into the bondage with you, Z-Man.
You like bondage Z-Man. Bondage with Z-Man. Okay, cool.
Whoa.
Whatever you guys are into, you do that. You guys
Let's
do
make it
you.
happen.
Bondage.
That's the way to look at it, Donald.
We don't need to chat about it. We'll just fucking do it. Come on, man.
Whatever is in that cork stopper is not.
Yeah, man.
It's not steel and it is not aluminum. This is something
Okay.
really heavy.
It's
I can't
almost
see
as
this,
dense as Z-Man.
What?
I can't imagine. I imagine it's like 10. No, maybe 10.
No.
Maybe steel. But there's no way it's pewter. Pewter's got lead in it, and lead's poisonous, and that's
But I
not happening.
believe pewter renders the lead inert.
Does
if
it?
it's made correctly? I could be wrong, but I thought that was the case. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm usually.
I wonder if it's some sort of copper or brass.
It feels too heavy.
I don't know. It's definitely not aluminum. There's no way.
If aluminum weighed this much, planes would be falling from the sky left and right. No dying, Eric, please.
I'm not dying. I'm just sneezing.
Mr. Mom remembers buying a pack of cigarettes from a coin vending machine while on a date. Now you can buy ammo from a vending machine.
Not in New York.
Not in New York, you can't.
Not here.
You can't buy ammo in New York without giving them your ID now and getting Hadouken. Bless you.
God almighty.
I haven't seen a cigarette vending machine since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember my childhood bowling alley had one. Well, that looks kind of cool.
Jesus.
Did
Did you melt the thing of pepper?
Yeah, but they're also $1.50 then. Can't
Yeah.
put 15
Oh, yeah, I know.
machine.
Dad used to smoke, and I remember when I was a kid,
That's
he
funny.
like $3 or $4
Mr.
for a
Mom
pack.
went to a
And
high
now
school.
they're
The
just
guy,
obscene. It's like $10 or $12 for a pack of butts. I'm just like, thank God I don't smoke.
that's funny. Mr. Mom went to high school with a guy that anytime he smoked weed, he got the shits really bad.
That's a very bizarre side effect of marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong, Eric.
There you go, Eric. Yeah, absolutely. I like some of the free range picks, but I got to be honest with you. I've had a couple of their shelfers, and I don't really care for them.
Fair enough.
So the only thing I've learned with free ranch is if you don't like it, take the cork out and leave it out. Try it again.
Yep.
Damn.
Damn, what the hell's wrong with you, Eric?
I don't know. I
Did
got
you,
like a.
did you just off an 8-ball? What's going on over there?
Bondage and cork
No, I don't do that anymore.
Now things will get uncensored. You're right, Ken Dad.
Isn't that kind
Yeah, I
of
don't
redundant, Mr. Mom? Isn't Bourbon always Bourbon after dark?
You're not wrong.
I don't do.
Amen, Brian.
Bill says chocolate has lead in it. Yo, what up, Jay?
Tiny trace amounts.
Cheers, man. I ain't seen you in a hot minute. Pewter may also contain bismuth and sometimes silver. Metal and antimony and copper acts as hardeners, which lead was previously used as a hardener. It was proven in 1974 due to toxicity concerns. Jake dropping the knowledge here. What's up, man? Cheers.
Yeah, so it's probably
Go back to the chocolate thing because that also has
probably
rat
a
parts.
cork.
So maybe it is pewter. It
One
might
should
be
already
pewter.
have enough AMMO. I hear you, brother. Bad mushroom.
Ain't
I
no
mean,
such thing as bad mushrooms.
You
What are
see
bad
bears in
mushrooms?
the woods, maybe.
Somebody explain to me what a bad mushroom is. It
The
doesn't
last
exist.
mushroom you'll ever eat.
Touche.
Very simple. I know you don't have these things called lawns there in New Mexico, but if you see a mushroom growing out of your lawn, that's a bad mushroom.
I don't know. No, I know you're right. I know that. I just
speaking of
mushroom.
bad mushrooms with a giant mushroom head sticking out of his pants. What's up, Gordo?
What's up?
Gordo? Your
Oh
love
shit!
is like
How's it going?
What's up?
Just go to.
Little ECBP action. Gordo, what batch? Hang on. Batch blurry as shit. Beef 24. There you go.
524.
Yeah, just snagged her.
It's fresh.
Yep,
Your
fresh.
love is like bad
Dude,
mushrooms.
what do you think of the smoke eye?
I like the smoke eye, but it's not a stag killer. I'd rather have a stag junior.
It's just different. It's good whiskey. It's just, it's apples and oranges. It's just different. Oh, look at Eric holding up a boner.
22A. This is 22A. This is a good batch of stag.
Put that fucking bottle away, Eric.
Is there a bad batch of stag? Anybody who says there's a bad batch of stag
No
is
fucking shit. No shit.
I mean, there
They're
are
all
less
different, but they're all good.
than others.
Yes, but they're all damn good.
Yes.
It's all good
Yeah,
fucking
but
whiskey.
that 22A right now is sort of the best of the bunch right now.
Mhm. I agree with that. There's not a bad stag.
Especially if it says George T before it.
Not that. How many bottles do you got of that, Eric?
0. I would.
Me also, brother.
This is the secret you don't know about Z, right? While he's on stream, all he drinks is Buffalo Trace, Jim Beam 7. But if you go to his bar, it's just GTS, WLW, SAS 18, GTS, WLW, Handy.
You want to come on? You want to come on over and party? Come on over.
Behind that recliner is just nothing but BTAC and Pappy.
Yep. That's a
Dude.
whole party. What? What do you mean? What? Come on. What? What?
Dude, a William. If I would love to have a William LaRue Weller. I saw somebody the other day. I saw somebody the other day who paid $135 for a William LaRue Weller, and I offered them $200 for it. I said, "I'll give you $200 for it."
Wow! Are you a baller? Offering them $200.
Yeah,
dude,
bullshit,
he got it for $135. $200 is a fair offer.
No, it's
That's
not.
a fair offer.
You're cheap short. You cheap short them. That bottle was worth $500 all day.
No, that bottle's worth $1,000 all day. $1,000.
Hey, Mark.
But I'm not paying $1,000 for it.
Would you pay $400?
Yes.
Then why didn't you
would?
offer $400?
Wow.
Because I was trying to fucking cheap him out, dude. I was trying to get it for the cheapest amount possible.
Which means you don't have a William LaRue Weller.
Yeah.
I don't have a William LaRue Weller. I would love to have one. I've had one in my life, and it was the
Freedom
best
seat.
bourbon
I like
I've ever drank.
You never know. A New Yorker might acquire Freedom Seeds when they're out and about the countryside. You never know. There might be other reasons for these tours.
Based on the samples that I've had, I would rather have a Stag Junior than a WLW.
No.
Wait, Will, you've
Absolutely.
never had a Stag Junior?
No,
There's
I've
no way.
had a couple, but
No.
I would rather have a Stag Junior than a WLW.
They're just
No.
different.
That's not true. That is just not.
They're just
That's
different.
true. I'm sorry.
Cheers,
We have differing tastes, and you could be absolutely right. But I just think
Cheers, Mike. How
WLW
you doing, brother?
it's the best of all the BTAC.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull out your corn and your whiskey.
I would want a GTS just to set on my bar and say I have it.
Damn.
Oh, Cubs!
Damn.
There's always next
brother.
year. There's always next year. That's the Cubs saying there's always next year.
This year's not over, Eric.
Yeah, it's over. It's
Didn't the
over
Cubs
for
just
you.
pants the Pirates anyway?
It's
Go
over
fuck
for
yourself,
you.
How about that?
Hold on,
You ain't-
hold on. I got one better, brother. Look at the back of this hat.
That's pretty.
Hang on, let me get you, Z.
There it is. That's Arizona spring training with a fucking swirl on there.
Nice.
I bought that in COVID.
Yeah.
Hope springs eternal every spring.
There's the only other team that can say there's always next year first is the White Sox.
You and your fucking Kansas City Chiefs. There's always next year.
What? What's that?
They don't play baseball, Z-Man.
What?
The Chiefs don't play baseball.
The Chiefs don't play baseball. The Yankees play baseball.
That's right, and they don't play football either.
And there's this guy on the Yankees whose name is Judge, who hits the ball at least once every 3 times completely out of the park. Completely out of the park.
I have nothing bad to say about Aaron Judge. Now I know I don't like you, Eric.
Your Chiefs lost everything they had. Your Chiefs.
Really, J-Max, there's so many reasons I like Eric.
J-Max, just so you know, I have been a Yankees fan since 1976.
Fair.
The year that the Cincinnati Reds beat them 4 straight, I was still a fan. That's when I became a fan. And I've been a fan since 76. So I jumped on a bandwagon for a losing team.
77.
77?
Eric.
77?
Eric,
Who won the World Series in 77? I'm trying to think. 77. Who won the? Oh, I know who won the World Series in 77. The Yankees.
That's when I became a fan, apparently.
Yeah, I'm a huge Yankee. I became a Yankees fan. My dad was actually scouted by the Yankees. My dad got my mom pregnant in 1965. Andy Pettit. Oh my God, I want that. What do you want for that? What do you want for that? How much do you want for that? I will pay you for that. What do you want for that?
It's going to my brother.
Oh my God.
Don't open it.
The only person I won't pay for is Mike Mussina because that guy lost us a World Series.
I also have a Thurman Munson bobblehead.
Cool.
Dude, I am
Zero would be a good one.
This one hasn't been opened either. It was too difficult.
I am such a crazy ass Yankees fan.
So
I
Have you
have-
ever been to the Yankee Stadium, Eric?
So that's worth like 10 George T. Stags.
No,
Have you
it's
ever
not.
been to the Stadium?
What?
Am I speaking French?
I can't hear you. It breaks up. What did you say?
Parlez-vous anglais?
I've been.
Okay, Charlie
I've been
Brown.
to,
No,
I've
but
been to the old stadium, not the new stadium.
Well, you'll have to
Same
let
here.
us know when you come for the new one.
I've been at the house that Ruth built. I have not been to the new one.
You haven't been to the house that George built?
No.
It's a
God,
nice stadium.
I went to Game 6 of the World Series in 2001. That was the That was the 9/11 game. That was I went to Arizona and we lost. Fucking Mussina just got rocked 15-2. It was horrible.
And this prick didn't call us.
Oh, was that 2001?
Yeah, 2001. And then my wife, my fucking wife, she wouldn't let me buy tickets for Game 7. That bitch. I wanted tickets for Game 7. She's all, no, we did game 6. I was all, yeah, but we lost game 6. I need to be at game 7. And we still lost game 7. But God, it was just horrible. Musina got rocked. He got just shelled.
Newspaper.
Young Kim,
15-2. 15-2. It was horrible.
Yeah, a number of years ago, I took my brother to Old Timers Day, and they did it that particular day because whichever team Lou Piniella was coaching was playing, so they were doing a tribute to Thurman Munson that day with him there.
Thurman!
Mr. Mom is asking you a pertinent question.
Ex-wife. They're all ex-wives, dude. I don't have a wife.
That's what I wish you just clarified.
I just have ex-wives, and that was the ex-wife. And you know
So,
what?
So have there been any new ones lately that we don't know about, Eric, that got close to number 5?
No.
But as I would say, it was a year and a half ago. There was one that you would think it might be number 5.
No, there's no wives.
You had those love struck eyes. You were like, "Oh, this one's amazing."
No new wives. No new wives. There's no new wives. I have a girlfriend who
you do.
I do, and she was.
So when do we get to meet the new edition?
I don't think you want to introduce her to this group of savages.
How long has this one been a girlfriend?
6 or 7 months.
Wow, that's serious in the Thompson household.
It is not serious. She was an E7 in the United States Army. She was an artillery sergeant. She actually got really, really hurt jumping out of an airplane and her parachute didn't open right. So, and I love her. She's great, but she is not the next Mrs. Thompson. And she agrees to that. She's not the next Mrs.
Does
Thompson.
anybody else want to call bullshit on this along with me?
No.
I want to say something to Eric real quick. The 2001 World Series when the Diamondbacks won. Everybody asking what were you doing that day? My girl does not like fucking baseball. But she sat on the couch. We watched Game 7. And when Luis Gonzalez just shot that thing off.
Dude, that hit.
She goes, Yankees. And I'm like, looking at her going, shut the F up.
Dude,
really?
that hit that went over the top of everybody else was a great hit, and that's what cost us. And we didn't win. But we're still the 27. We're still the 27-time world champion New York Yankees. 27 times. Is there a team you cheer for?
I grew up, dude. I grew up in a hospital, in a household. My mom was a Boston Red Sox fan, and my dad was a Yankees fan.
Horrible.
Oh my god! The fucking spice that broke out.
Who abused you as a Red Sox fan? That's just horrible.
Look at my back wall here. The
now you're starting to piss off Jim.
That's the Yankees fan up there.
Who abused you as a Red Sox fan to make you a Red Sox fan?
That's Yankees on the wall. That's Yankees on the wall. Okay.
Check out that ATL in 180p.
Nah, she won't be an ex-wife. She's gone to my house now for 2 Christmases. She's gone for another one. She's actually
7 months.
No. She's been around for longer than 7 months.
How long has she had the title?
What?
How long has she had the title?
The title. She has no title.
D7. That's sergeant.
No.
But she's somebody I care about.
Girlfriend is a title, Eric.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, okay, you're right. She's had the title for a while.
All right, hey, I'm gonna go because I gotta get up and go to work tomorrow.
Cheers, Will.
Nice
Nice
Have a good one.
That's not how you leave, Will.
That's exactly how you leave. Bye,
How do
Will.
I leave? How do I leave? What? I
The
said
red X. Leave studio.
Ben, give him a hand.
I realize that, but
You know what I meant.
have a good night, guys.
Take care.
Good night, William.
Don't make me come back.
Can I tell Eric something else?
Of course you can.
No.
Here you go.
No,
Here's the
I was-
stage.
no.
Listen, I was at the Diamondbacks Stadium, and you had to fucking guarantee what inning the player hit a grand slam.
My head's sweating.
What the fuck else was it? What player?
Nobody hit a grand slam in Game 7. There was no grand slam in Game 7.
I'm not talking about World Series. I'm just talking about a regular game. They were going to give $1 million to whoever fucking can predict what player hit a grand slam, and somebody did it. They won $1 million fucking dollars, and then they put the tick on the fucking dugout, and they're screaming the fucking crowd. And the next $1 million winner here in Arizona was blah 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 blah, and Jay Belt did it. Grand slam, I think it was like third inning. They've done some great fucking shit in that park, dude. You wouldn't believe it. Thank you, Ben.
Man,
Damn it, Ben.
all this talk about the 2001 World Series just dredged up a wild memory for me. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. What's that wild memory, Joe?
So I was a freshman in college in fall of 2001, and I was out in college in Western Mass. We had a mix of Yankees and Red Sox fans. And we're watching the playoffs in the lounge on the floor that we were on. And it gets to Game 7, and one of the guys in the group is a Yankees fan. And as it gets to the later innings of the game, oh God, was it Alien the Predator?
Right.
When the guy sits at the table and does this with the knife?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we hear this noise behind us.
That's Alien.
Behind us, and
That's
the
Alien
Yankees
One.
fan is sitting at a folding table with his hand on the table doing this with a knife, and we're like, "What the fuck? Are you all right, dude? It's just a baseball game. Calm down." This is also the same guy that may have actually been the same night. I think if he was having to tackle him because he was threatening to down a bunch of pills, which just turned out to be acne pills or something. Yeah, that guy has some issues.
Eric's favorite closer of all time, and his song when he comes in the game.
What's that?
Kyle
Favorite
Farnsworth.
closer of all time with the Yankees, and his song to come into the game.
My favorite closer, it's gonna be fucking God damn it, what's his name now? I just fucking lost it.
No, and his song to get in there.
No, it's the greatest. It's the guy who has all the greatest saves ever.
Mariano Rivera.
Rivera. Mariano Rivera.
The Red Sox
Aroldis
fan.
Chapman. We rented him for a World Series win.
But he still lost the World Series in Arizona. He still lost the World Series in Arizona by letting somebody hit the ball over him.
All right, Ben, I'm done.
Chris Luddick.
Cheers, Ed.
Chris Luddick.
Yeah, all this baseball talking was waiting for him to pop up and say, "You summon me?"
I bet been to a Cubs playoff game in my lifetime, and I've seen them win the World Series.
Should I tell them that
There's
they're
nothing
boring?
more. Nothing.
Okay.
No, and, and you're absolutely right. That
Folks, I'm out of here, but y'all are boring Ben with all the baseball talk.
All right.
New subject change, but good night, folks.
Good
night. Stop.
Bye, Bonnie.
Cheers, buddy.
There's an 18-year backbone picked by Big League Bourbon, 132 proof. That should do the trick.
All right, Mr. Scone.
And I took a
I
little.
don't know how you pronounce your name there. Try not to butcher it. Bull Road.
She's going to bed anyway.
Pinot finished 136 proof. Nice.
Woo, that's a good one.
I'm gonna open the garage back up. The storms are rolling back in.
So, Ben,
So, Joshua,
what's it like being back in the swing of things?
Oh my god!
I mean, it's nice not driving 8 to 12 hours a day, but
I bet.
other than that, yeah. 1 out of 10 would not recommend going back to work. Gotta make
that.
Fuck work.
On the road again. Cheers, Eric.
Just
I'm
can't wait to get
gonna
on
enjoy
the
my
road.
5 days off.
Yeah.
Cheers, Eric. Lila Tove, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers, Eric.
Dang, work keeps interrupting me and want to do work thing. Yeah, I hear you. Cheers, man. Jim's favorite player is Bucky Dent.
Fuck that asshole.
What? What was that? What was that about Bucky Dent?
I said, fuck that asshole. I mean, granted, I wasn't even born when that happened, but still, fuck that guy.
How about Captain Caveman Johnny Damon?
I like Damon. I still don't like the fact that he went to the Yankees and turned into a clean cut chump. But I mean, man's got to get paid.
You
Are you a Yankee fan?
Me?
You Yankee fan? Yeah, you Yankee fan, Jim?
No,
Red Sox, born and bred.
The opposite.
Jim's a Red Sox fan. Don't call him a Yankee fan.
You ever heard of Carl Yastrzemski?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I know who Yaz is.
God, my dad loved that motherfucker. Loved him.
He was a loser.
Of course he was. And so was Derek.
You're lucky this is Ben's channel, not mine. Not mine.
So was,
I would have kicked your ass off.
Well, hey, Carl Yastrzemski was a bigger loser than
Boys
Derek.
have a penis, girls have a vagina.
All right.
Okay.
Who was the fucking? What was it? The one they call him Poppy?
Oh, David Ortiz, Big Poppy.
Yeah.
Screw that
And
guy.
then you got Pedro Martinez.
Manny.
That guy's a loser.
Oh, them motherfuckers have some great players, man.
No, they're losers. They're all losers.
Yeah, of course they are.
All right, so it's. You guys want to hear a funny work story? This happened today. It's always fun when somebody comes in when you work retail and someone comes to the counter and self-admits that they're being an asshole. And I could already tell they're being an asshole because I could see them in the parking lot and they parked in the row of spaces across from the building, but they parked horizontally across 2 spaces. And then she comes in to mail something and asks if someone to come in and complain, and I'm like, not that I know of. And after she told me why she said that, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't blame them because apparently they parked in the space in front of her horizontally parked across 2 spaces like a douchebag SUV. And she didn't like that, and in her own words, screamed at them until they moved.
Good for her.
She's the one who parked horizontally across these spaces. Fuck her.
You just tell her stick to your guns, you whore. People love you.
I was just like, well, thanks for self-admitting you're an asshole.
You'll find a man more.
What the hell?
Here's your sign.
Yeah, no fucking shit. Jeff Foxworthy.
And then again, on the other hand, the day before, I was wearing a Postal Service, breast cancer awareness T-shirt, and somebody came in and complained about it.
Why?
About your breast cancer awareness shirt?
Because and I think we're partnered with Susan G. Komen. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to do some Googling, but apparently she went off on some tangent about abortions, and I'm like, how did we get here from there?
Yeah.
All your stamps and get out.
That's just crazy.
All you need to say, look up dead in the eye and say, on behalf of my friend Bonnie, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
yeah.
My grandmother many years ago.
I think there was a cultist yelling at you.
Yeah, no shit. Like, just try your stamps and get out. What the fuck? I don't get paid enough to deal with you wackos.
How dare you wear a statement like that on your shirt?
You whack-offs.
Pretty gutsy. There's a lot of douchebags out there like that.
Where the hell is Mark? I don't want to keep going.
Which Mark?
Oh.
Northwest.
I don't know. Let's take a look.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed tonight. I'm tired. Got to go sleep.
He's tired 2 hours before me.
Yeah,
good for you, bro.
I'm tired, but you guys have been great. And I'm going to say good night.
Good night, Peter.
Good night, Eric.
Good night, Eric.
Almost an Irish.
Evening, lawyer man.
Doc's out too. Good night, Doc.
Just wrap it, Ben. We're all good.
There's nowhere to go.
Just people don't want to be in here.
That's the Mark you were talking about.
They're
Northwest side, huh?
Yeah, they're tired of the violence in the stream.
Where the hell is Mark?
Send her an invite, fool.
I text him. Where are you at, fucker?
Yeah.
His most recent Patreon page post was August 8th. He doesn't have a thumbnail up. I don't know what his deal is.
Oh, here we go. You going? I know, not ready yet. Just came in the man cave for the first time today. Okay, that was.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Thursday streams. Forgot about that.
All right, y'all. It was good. Enjoyed seeing you. Jim, been a minute.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, good seeing you, J-Max.
All right, good. Cheers, brother.
Be well. See you next time.
All right, brother.
Good night, J-Max, you gorgeous, bearded, fluffy bastard.
Okay.
Bada boom, bada bing.
What you token on there, Gordo?
Just a Maduro knuckle buster.
A Maduro knuckle buster?
Yeah. Cheap old guy.
I'm familiar with what a Maduro is. I don't know what a knuckle buster is, other than
just
the million times I've had that bolt let loose and ripped the ever living shit out of my knuckles. Oh, it's literally a knuckle buster. Look at that shit. Who makes those? Somebody called Knuckle Buster.
It says Maduro. I don't know if it's the brand or if that's the type.
Maduro's the type, probably the rapper. And I attribute to all I know to cigars to
I don't know shit about
Bobby
cigars.
with the side of Ludwig, who's whiskey become drinking.
With these things, I think the brand name might be Maduro as well, besides the rapper.
No,
because they have Knuckle Buster, Punch,
It might be
other things.
Punch is a brand.
It's probably Punch then, but I don't know. I don't know shit about them. It's about the same as that wine for me.
Bridgeford roasted garlic beef jerky.
Ooh, that looks good. I'm sure that smells fantastic at work.
You know, it's Walmart, so it's like, eh.
Yeah, I know.
But right now, it sounds pretty freaking good. Oh, there you go. There you go. Slapshot saying Punch makes the Knuckle Buster.
Right.
Will saying Punch makes them. There you go.
Someday I might know something about cigars, but I'm never going to pretend to.
That's a good thing.
Like I said, you walk into the humidor, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's as bad as looking at the goddamn liquor department where I'm at. Most of it is 90% wine. How the fuck are there that many wines? Like,
yeah.
So Troy Man can be on here explain to me why everybody and their mom has their own fucking wine.
Yeah.
Like they said, wine is sold mostly by the animal that's on the label.
Interesting.
Mr. Mom makes his own jerky and dehydrator. I've done it. But when you're on a road trip, you grab what you can do. Although I will say Bucky's jerky kind of fucks.
Sure it does.
We got in this one, the Bucky's Bohemian Garlic. This kind of fucked. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good.
I don't want to go near one of them places. There's one opening next year, I think, in DeForest, Wisconsin, which is kind of by like the major touristy area on 90. And it's going to be just fucked for years, probably.
Probably. I couldn't believe how many people were there at any given time.
I've made jerky a few times in my electric Cabela smoker, and it was okay. Best jerky I've had, I made in my Weber kettle.
What'd you marinate it in?
Teriyaki, and then I did with applewood chips.
Not a boy. What kind of beef was it though?
I don't remember. It was a couple years ago now.
It's got to be lean. It's like jerky's like the opposite.
It was probably sirloin, just from the local grocery store. Nothing special. We got a few meat markets around here that make some pretty good shit. And then Wisconsin, every other motherfucker has to bring in a large dehydrated piece of the deer they shot in a couple of months here. So we'll have that going around.
Bring it into where?
Work. Bring it into work to share or to the gun club.
Wow, I wish we had that kind of thing here. Can you snag me a piece next time?
Probably doesn't ship for shit. My buddy, engineer, he was my boss. Now he's like my coworker. He's actually Angler X on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But he brings in smoked trout, smoked salmon from Lake Superior all the time because he goes up there.
Well, send me some, Bill, you prick.
Yeah, you prick.
There you go. Bucky's jerky is really pricey. Stop them Wendell. Stop them both directions. Whoa. Jerky out of ground beef? What?
I mean, you can. It's, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds kind of nasty.
Dude, them like weird jerky nuggets and stuff, those things I think are nasty. Like, I don't.
Jerky nuggets.
I'm just like I tried it once. I'm like, this is dog food. This is fucking dog food. like,
Each one. Eat one. Oh, yours.
But then the dog buries it. What the fuck?
The dog's like, nah, fuck that, man. Nope.
That happened to me with Spam when I was a kid. First time I ever
Yeah.
tried Spam, I think I was like 8. I was actually living in the cities at the time. My buddy's uncle was the inventor of Spam. So that's how I got the shit.
Huh.
Your buddy's uncle was the inventor of Spam? That sounds like a weird story an uncle told him.
No, they had a lot of fucking money. A lot of Hormel money.
I mean, was he an uncle fucker?
I don't know. He was like, we were in junior high. I think it was his great
Shut your
uncle. not
fucking
his-
face, uncle fucker. You're a cocksucking ass licking uncle fucker. You're an uncle fucker.
Okay.
You're uncle fucker.
I tried to eat that
Uncle
stuff.
every day. Shut your fucking face,
Couldn't
uncle
do it.
fucker.
Tried eating it raw. Tried frying it.
Oh.
Tried
Why
the
would you eat
jalapeno
Spam
version.
raw?
Couldn't do it. Put it in the cat dish, and then the cats fucking buried it. They didn't want anything to fucking do with it.
Again, I think the dog cat's like, fuck you.
I can't do canned
Maybe
meat.
my
Sorry.
straight Kentucky barrel select.
I suppose I can do horrible fucking hot
I
dog.
don't know what
chili.
that is.
I can do that as canned meat. That's about it. Chili dogs.
Has anyone seen or tried Maker's Mark Straight Kentucky Barrel Select? Just popped up on only one another Maker's Limit. Are you talking about the Heart release or just a new 10 stave pick, Ken Dad? Is it the Heart release or is it just a regular Ken Dad? What the fuck is this? Zerk, you prick. You shirtless motherfucker.
Hey, Will Zerk.
What up, Will? You bastard. Stop to say goodnight. I love you and your non-shirt wearing sweaty self. I got to see Will in Kentucky. It was glorious. I got a hug from the back from him.
Were you naked?
Whoa, now.
God damn it, Will. Love you, you bastard.
You're fucking naked.
Mr. Mom, I press the ground beef out and cut it into strips. I also have a jerky gun that you feel like a caulking gun. You can make sticks or strips with it.
That doesn't sound creepy at all. I mean, I have a big ass smoker. But I've actually never smoked jerky. I've dehydrated jerky. I've never smoked it. I know I need to change that. I just haven't.
Have you done turkey on the Weber kettle?
Turkey in it? No, I've done turkey in my Rectech.
You gotta have the big one. You gotta have like the 26 or the.
No, yeah. See, I have a 22.5. I have the
That's the
standard
normal, the
old,
normal one.
but I've got a Rectech 680 with the cold smoke box too.
I'll get into that when I'm done chasing small children. Get further into the.
Hey,
meat
hey,
smoking.
whatever you're into, Gordo, whatever you're into. Literally straight Kentucky barrel select. Can you post a link, Kendad? I mean, you're a mod. Can you drop a link to that so I can see what it says? I mean, that sounds like a pick.
You're a mod.
So all the new 10 stave picks are in the new glass now, so they look like what do you call it? They look like the Cellar Age. That's the new fancy glass they have. There we go. There's the link. Let's see.
I don't keep track of
Click on the link.
pictures at all.
Yeah, so that's just a pick, Kendad. You're gonna see them everywhere. That's just a standard Maker's Mark pick. Yeah, if you're gonna buy one of them, I'd highly recommend it being from a store you trust the picks from, and not Total Wine.
Total Wine's hit or miss. So
Well,
frankly,
that's the
I
problem.
wouldn't.
The problem with Total Wine is they don't really pick it. So
they're just sent the samples and then just say, yeah, this
no,
one.
they're not even sent the samples anymore. Corporate
really
selects them.
That's
So
bullshit.
better known as they say to Maker's Mark, we want 10 barrels for 10 different stores, and they get delivered 10 barrels for 10 different stores.
That's no way to do a pick.
I think that's what happens with Festival because a local grocery store chain, because it's just always kind of meh, all their picks. I mean, you have the one.
That's just the regular Makers. That's the new bottle for Maker's Picks. I would highly recommend not getting one from Total Wine, or if you're going to get one from Total Wine, they generally do have tasters. So make them taste you on it first before buying it. Because Total Wine picks can be hitters. One of my favorite Russell's Reserve picks of all time was a blind buy at a Total Wine. But, you know, they're few and far between. Is Mark ever going to freaking go?
I don't know. I've been watching for a thumbnail. I haven't seen anything.
Not yet.
It's me. Total Wine blows.
Oh, what up, Bowler? Lurking in the background there, you fucker.
I've only been to a couple.
Blows. Yeti buys all his cognac there. There you go. Figure good. Well, the whole
There
thing
it
is see if they got one open. You can taste it. It could be phenomenal. It can be. One of my favorite Russell's picks of all time is right here. And there's just a little bit left. It's from 2019. It's phenomenal. And this is a Total Wine pick. Total blind buy. Had no idea. It was just a Camp Nelson. I nurse this because it tastes like, I don't even know how it can be, but it tastes like crunchy peanut butter. Not creamy peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter.
That sounds really good.
It's fantastic.
God,
and
I
that's
haven't
why
had crunchy peanut butter in so long. I should buy that just to piss the rest of the house off.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, putting up that link. 8 minutes. We're going over to Northwest Bourbon in 8 minutes. Apparently, we're going to drink some samples. I'm down.
He's got samples.
That's what it says.
I am finally learning.
Open bar,
more.
drinking whiskey samples with friends.
What was the chance Total Wine picks something good? They're only good at picking their ass. I mean, I think the biggest problem I have with Total Wine is there's just so much garbage on the shelves now. Like every time you go back, they come up with some new brand, new label and bottle to fill with whatever garbage they're getting from the big distillery.
See, but like I said, it's rare. So, like I will say, there's actually a Balcones pick, a single malt Balcones pick at my local Total.
Oh.
That is fantastic. And it was the last pick that the guys who worked there were allowed to be on.
Ah, interesting.
And it tastes like it tastes like raisins.
Huh.
But it's $85 and it's been there for 2 years. I'm just waiting for them to put it on clearance and then I'll buy it.
Get a $30 bottle.
Even if it's 50 or 60, I'm in. But at 85, they could suck it. When I know where I can get other fantastic Balcones picks for $50. But yeah. So Jim, you got 5 days off in a row?
Yep. I took tomorrow and Saturday off. I normally have Sundays off. Monday's a holiday, and Tuesday's my non-scheduled.
You should go evict some things into a cardboard box.
Uh-huh.
Hey, they did that here just before Trump showed up.
I mean, you got time off, right?
Jesus Christ. Let's not go there, Gordo.
I only say it because he was literally here at 6 o'clock this evening in lacrosse.
Fun.
Wow, Mr. Mom, thanks for the cheers. Tomorrow is Crack the Bottle for a pre-celebration. Well, for those who don't know, Mr. Mom moved to Oklahoma and lost his wife that he moved to Oklahoma for.
Oh.
So, Mr. Mom, to her, to you, hopefully getting back home one day soon.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. This Texan loved his wife so much he moved to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And for anybody who knows Texans in Oklahoma, Texans are not a fan of Oklahoma.
No.
Sure, I get to go back down to the old Tulsa sometime this winter.
Maybe you'll get that poor Mr. Mom. You don't know.
Find somebody down there. Boring as fuck. Go and watch these guys try to run a factory that we've been running here for 40 years.
Watch them fuck it up.
No, they don't even know what's not normal still. It's going to be that way for a few more years. Like.
That good, huh?
Well, let's put it. Our head accountant for like all of chart came in the other day and goes, "Why the fuck are these bastards spending $20,000 a week on soap? That's how much we spend a year."
Don't they know there's other lube?
We have to wash all of our parts. We have like these giant washing machines that are just basically
$20,000 a week on soap.
We spend that in a year, and we do triple, well, probably quadruple the volume they do. And it's like they just don't even know. Oh, we thought it was supposed to just dump that much soap right down the drain. And I'm talking like those 353-gallon totes, just one every day. Like,
a lot of money down the drain.
I'm just going to
literally.
Jim's in charge.
Okay.
So I've had off since noon on Wednesday.
Nice.
We were going to go to a Brewers game with the children. But I said no after we went to Packers family night with the children.
Fudge Packers night with the children?
Yeah. Family night. They've been doing it for like 30 years or something now.
That's not...
It's $10 to go watch them practice, and then they have a big fireworks show, and they do all this.
Oh, see, here you go. Give me a holler. I'm close to Tulsa.
All right, definitely will next time I'm down there. We're at Chart is right by the Tesla and Broken Arrow.
Yeah, and just because I'll bring this up all the time with Gordo. Gordo got the call from Elon and told him to go screw.
No, I didn't tell them to go screw them, but they called me a couple of times.
He said, Gordo said, I'm too good to work on spaceships.
No, I didn't get SpaceX. They wanted me to go be a tool maker for the Giga castings for the Cybertruck.
Oh, is that why they're falling apart? Because Gordo didn't do it?
They're not falling
apart. That thing cracks me up. Because it's like, from a distance, it's like, well, that's kind of cool. As soon as you get up close to it, you're like, what the fuck? This looks so dumb. It looks like a kid drew it. What is this thing? It's so bad.
That's because Gordo didn't want to go work on it.
It's like they literally took a render from an 8-year-old and went, okay, approved.
Oh. Sorry.
No, wife didn't want to move down there.
That bitch. What?
Whoa.
It was only going to be about a $40,000 jump in pay.
Yeah, only a $40,000 jump in pay to live in the middle of nowhere and live like a king.
No more winter. I live in Austin.
Yeah, would have been
I would
awful.
call Austin the middle of nowhere.
No, I said now you got to keep living in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, lacrosse is kind of boring.
I mean, you guys got decent seltzer, but that's about it.
Yeah, Jason, big cities aren't that fun either, really.
No.
Milwaukee's all right. The cities are kind of meh.
All right, everybody. Mark's live. You've had enough from me. I know I've had enough from me. So here's the link. Go hang out with Mark instead of me. We're going to go to the after party for a few minutes, but I want to have a drink with Mark too. So if you want to come with the after party, you could jump in. The link's still good, but otherwise, please go hang out and support Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Link is pinned. And but if you do want to come hang out in the background, put the link in chat just in case. But like I said, I want to go hang out with Mark and have a drink too. So after party may not last long. There's the link if you want it. And with that, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah.